Dear devotees, thank you everyone for coming. It's indeed very fortunate for us to have Swamiji coming here to deliver Bhagavata sapthaham to us. Very fortunate because we would have heard the same from different pandits, but if we hear from a Swamiji who is enlightened and got Diksha from the GF Parampara, his depth of knowledge and clarity is unparalleled by anyone, and we are going to hear from him. So it's most fortunate for us to hear Bhagavad Sapthaham from him. A pre-history about the Swamiji are not very familiar, but a few words which I know about him, I'll tell. He has done his PhD in oncology and got to great heights, and later he gave up all that profession and wanted to serve Swamiji, Swamivaru in the name of Seva to the Bhaktas. Then he took Diksha, and now he is with us. He is traveling around the US to different places, delivering the greatness of the Lord. And let's take opportunity to listen from him. He will give the sapthaham in Telugu, I believe. Swamiji, a few more words about Swamiji from his Shishya who can tell more clearer than.
So Swamiji's full name is Sri Krishna Deshika Jiya Swami. So he took sannyasa ashramam Diksha from Mahabalipuram back in India. So he has built a few Sri Vaishnava temple in Pomona, New York, 21 years ago. So we have all the Vishnu societies over there. So he is taking care of the temple since 21 years. So he has traveled a lot of states in US to preach about Sri Vaishnavism. So if you have any questions later on in between Bhagavata sapthaham, you can ask him about Sri Vaishnavism.
చాలా సంతోషం అండి స్వామి గారు. మీలాంటి మహానుభావులు పుణ్య పరుషులు వచ్చి మా దేవాలయాన్ని పావనం చేస్తున్నారు. ఇక్కడ ఎంతో మంది చాలా 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 సంతోషం ఉంది మాకు. ఎంతో మంది మహానుభావులు వచ్చారు. మీలాంటి పెద్దలు వచ్చి ఇక్కడ మా భక్తుల్ని వేద భక్తులందరినీ ఆశీర్వదించడానికి వచ్చిన చాలా సంతోషం. ఈ 7 days నిర్విఘ్నంగా జరగాలని స్వామివారిని కోరుకుంటూ పాదాలకు నమస్కారం.
అవును, తెలుగులో చెప్పమని వీళ్ళందరూ ఇంగ్లీష్ లో మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. అందరికీ తెలుగు, యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ తెలుగు? இப்ப என்ன சண்டை போட போறீங்களா? அடைக்க போறீங்களா? ஏபா You know Tyagaraja is from Tanjavur. இப்போ தஞ்சாவூர் தமிழ்நாடுல இருக்கா, ஆந்திரால இருக்கா? வாடின பாட்டு எல்லாம் தெலுங்கு தான். You know Krishna Devaraya Vijayanagara Empire is in Karnataka. Hampi, Belagula, everything. Virupakshalayam, etc. Karnataka. Kannada Kasturi. But language is purely Telugu. In his Asthanam, he had 8 Ashtadigajas, 8 poet laureates. Afterwards, nobody could even beat them. వీళ్ళందరూ తెలుగు అన్నారు కదా, పేరే తెలుగు, ఎవరు తెలుగు చదువుకోరు. ఒక్క నిమిషం అయ్యా. అల్లస్వామి పెద్దన కృష్ణదేవరాయల ఆస్థానంలో అష్టదిగ్గజాల్లో చాలా ముఖ్యమైన వాడు. మను చరిత్ర రాశాడు. ఒక్క పద్యం చెప్పండి. ప్రీస్ట్కి తెలుసులేండి, మీరు చెప్పండి. అంటున్నామే కానీ తెలుగుని మన వాళ్ళకి ఏం లేదు. మను చరిత్రలో ఎంతో చక్కగా రాస్తాడు అలసాని పెద్దన. అటజని కాంచ భూమిసురుడు అంబర చుంబి శిరస్సరజ్జరి పటల ముహుర్ముహుర్లట దభంగ తరంగ నిస్వన స్ఫుట నటనానుకూల పరిపుల్ల కలాప కలాపి జాలమున్ ఘటక చరత్కరేణుకర కంపిత సాలము శీతశైలమున్. ఎందుకు చదువుకోరు మరి? Krishnadevaya said, of all the languages in the universe, Telugu is the most wonderful language. விடுங்க, பாரதியார் என்ன சொன்னார் தெரியுமா இல்லையா? சுந்தர தெலுங்குன்னு தான் சொன்னார். அவருக்கு தெலுங்கு தெரியாது. அவர் தெலுங்குல சொன்னா உங்களுக்கு புரியாது. அதனால உங்களுக்கு புரிய సో అయ్యా మీరు కూర్చుంటే ఎంతసేపు నిలబడతారు? కూర్చోండి. So in between, if you don't understand something, raise your hand. I'll try to at least change it to English and then try to explain you. Now, when it comes to Srimad Bhagavatam, ఎన్నో భాగవతాలు ఉన్నాయి. Veda Vyasa Bhagavatam is the first and the foremost one. I hope you know how Bhagavatam started. Bhagavatam, Veda Vyasa is not the author of the Vedas. He only compiled the Vedas. He did not write the Vedas because Vedas are considered to be apaurusheyas. Apaurusheyas means not written by anyone with a physical pen and a paper, or a Talapatra Grantham. It's not written by anyone. Apaurusheyas, we are sitting here. Does it mean to say that a CNN, Channel 2, ABC, NBC, they are not broadcasting? But we don't listen to them because you need to have a receiver if you want to see that program. And even if you have a receiver, you should turn it on. And even if you turn it on, you should change the channel to the, when you are taking the remote and keep on pressing the buttons, you know what you are doing? You are tuning the frequency of the receiver exactly to match with the frequency of the transmitter. Then only you get the signal. If the frequency doesn't match, you keep on changing the channel. What all you find in the TV screen is just a streaks of light. And what do you call that? Electronic noise. That's all. The prayers that we are doing to that Paramapurusha Sriman Narayana, if it is not matching with the frequency, what exactly we are producing is electronic noise. When it matches, your prayer will reach Narayana and Sriman Narayana's message will reach you. The great Mahatmas, ఎవరైతే వాళ్ళ మనస్సును ఆ శ్రీమన్నారాయణ వారి పాదాల మీద ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ట్యూన్ చేసుకున్నారో వాళ్లకు ఆ విరాట్ పురుషుడి దివ్య స్వరూపం నుంచి ఆ మెసేజెస్ నాన్ స్టాప్ గా వచ్చాయి. వాళ్ళు ఆ మహాత్ముల దోస్ సేజెస్ ఎంతసేపని ఫోకస్ చేస్తారు? సంబడి ఫర్ హాఫ్ అన్ అవర్, సంబడి ఫర్ 10 minutes, సంబడి ఫర్ 1 hour, సంబడి ఫర్ 2 hours. So thousands of maharshis have got 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour signals from Narayana's Divya Shariram, where the Vedas are being emitted as a Shabda Tarangas. So everybody knew what little portion they received during their focus time. What Veda Vyasa did, he went and collected all those individual segments, half an hour here, 10 minutes there, 1 hour there, 2 hours there, 2 minutes there, collated all of them, put them in a proper way. Vyasa literally means a formatting. He did the formatting, that's all. That's why he's called Veda Vyasa. Otherwise, do you remember what is Veda Vyasa's actual name? Veda Vyasa is not actually his name. Krishna Dvaipayana. Because he is very dark in complexion, Krishna. Dvaipayana, because he lived in a small island, Krishna Dvaipayana. అందుకే తెలుగులో చెప్తారు, మహాత్ముల జననాలు మనం విచారించడం ధర్మం కాదు అని. ఈ మహాత్ములు ఎలా పుట్టారు అనేటువంటిది చాలా మిస్టీరియస్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఎక్కడైనా మనం ఇమాజిన్ చేయగలమా? ఎక్కడ మహర్షి పరాశర మహర్షి తల్లి చూడబోతేనేమో చేపలు పట్టుకుని ఆయన బెస్తరాజు కూతురు, దాశరాజు కూతురు సత్యవతి. మత్స్యగంధికి పరాశర మహర్షికి సంబంధం ఏంటి? ఆ పుట్టిన బిడ్డ వేదవ్యాసుడు కావడం ఏంటి? అందువల్ల మహర్షులు బ్రహ్మర్షులు వాళ్ళ యొక్క జననం గురించి చూస్తే చాలా విచిత్రంగా ఉంటుంది. అగస్త్యుడు వింధ్య పర్వతాలను అలా కిందకు దింపాడు. వింధ్య పర్వతాలు అలా పెరిగిపోతూ ఉన్నాయి. సన్లైట్ ఉత్తరాయణంలో నార్త్ నుంచి సౌత్ కు రావడమే లేదు. ఈవెన్ సన్లైట్ ని కూడా బ్లాక్ చేస్తున్నాయి. అగస్త్య మహర్షిని ప్రార్థించారు. ఆయన నార్త్ నుంచి సౌత్ కు వస్తుంటే వింధ్య పర్వతం ఆయనకు నమస్కారం చేయడానికి అలా వంగింది. వంగిన పర్వతాన్ని అగస్త్య మహర్షి నేను తిరిగి వచ్చిన దాకా అలాగే ఉండు అన్నాడు. ఆయన తిరిగి రాను లేదు, వింధ్య పర్వతం పెరగను లేదు. సో సన్లైట్ స్టార్టెడ్ కమింగ్. కెన్ యూ ఇమాజిన్ దట్ అగస్త్య మహర్షి, who could even make the Vindhya Parvatas bend down to allow the sunlight to come to the south, is called Kumbha Sambhava. Was born from a pot. కుండలో పుట్టాడు. అందువల్ల చెప్పండి, ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది, రిఫ్లెక్స్ అవుతుంది కదా. ఇంకా దూరంగా పెట్టుకోండి కావాలి. అదేవిధంగా పరాశర మహర్షికి మత్స్యగంధి ఆమె చెప్తుంది, నన్ను పోయి మీ బిడ్డకు తల్లి కమ్మంటున్నారే, నేను మత్స్యగంధిని, ఏం పర్వాలేదు, నిన్ను యోజన గంధిని చేస్తాను అన్నారు తన తపశ్శక్తి వల్ల. వేరెవర్ దెర్ ఈస్ దట్ సత్యవతి, యోజనం, some people say 8 miles. The least they can say is 1.6 miles. యోజన గంధి, ఆ సత్యవతి ఎక్కడున్నా 1.6 miles అరౌండ్ చందన పరిపణ వచ్చేదట. ఒక్క సెకండ్లో మత్స్యగంధి యోజన గంధి ఎలా అయింది? వాళ్లకు పుట్టిన బిడ్డ ఎక్కడైనా ఊహించగలరా? చేపలు పట్టుకునే ఆమెకు పుట్టిన బిడ్డ వేదవ్యాసుడు అవుతాడు అని. అండ్ దట్ వేదవ్యాస అన్ని తీసుకొని కొల్లేట్ చేసి ప్రాపర్గా డివైడ్ చేసినందువల్ల, విభజించినందువల్ల, ఫార్మాటింగ్ చేసినందువల్ల వ్యాస, వ్యాస మీన్స్ వన్ హూ ఫార్మాటెడ్, వేదాలను ఫార్మాట్ చేశాడు కాబట్టి వేదవ్యాస అయ్యారు. ఆ వేదాలలో 64,000 పన్నాల కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉంది. ఎవరు చదవలేకపోయినారు. ఏదో ప్రీస్టులు అంటే బ్రతుకు తెరువు కోసం చదువుకున్నారు అంతే. వాళ్ళకు కూడా కనుక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఉద్యోగాలు ఇస్తామంటే ఇది మానేసి దానికే పోతారు. అంతే కదా మరి. ఇన్కమ్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది అక్కడికి పోతున్నారు. ఆ వేదవ్యాసుడు ఆలోచించాడు, వీళ్ళకి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది ఈ యొక్క వేదాల్లో ఉండేటువంటి విషయం? మేబీ టూ లెంగ్తీ, కొంచెం కట్ షార్ట్ చేద్దామా? ఆ వేదాల్లో ఉండేటువంటి సిగ్నిఫికెన్స్ అంతా తీసుకొని స్మాల్ సెక్షన్స్ గా 108 ఉపనిషత్తులుగా రాశాడు. 108 ఉపనిషత్స్. అయితే 108 ఉపనిషత్తులు ఉన్నప్పుడు మహానుభావులు మనకు ఈ యొక్క సనాతన ధర్మంలో 3 గొప్ప ఆచార్యులు వారు ఉన్నారు. మొదటి వారు ఆదిశంకరాచార్యులు వారు, ఆ తర్వాత వచ్చిన వారు రామానుజులు గారు, ఆ తర్వాత మధ్వాచార్య. వీళ్ళ 3 కూడా 108 ఉపనిషత్తులను ఏం చేశారు? ఉండనివ్వండి, టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ రాసేటప్పుడు 10వ తరగతి పిల్లలకు కొన్ని టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ కావాలి, బిఏ లెవెల్ వాళ్లకు కొన్ని టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ కావాలి, పిహెచ్డి లెవెల్ వాళ్లకు రెఫరెన్స్ బుక్స్ కావాలి. సో అందరికీ పనికొస్తున్నాయని వేదవ్యాసుల వారు 108 ఉపనిషత్స్ రాశారు, కంపోజ్ చేశారు. అందుకే వాటిని వేదాంతం అంటారు. వేదం పూర్వమీమాంస, ఉత్తరమీమాంస. కర్మయోగం, ఈ పూజ చేయి బిడ్డలు పుడతారు, ఈ పూజ చేయి డబ్బు వస్తుంది చెప్పి. There are more Tamil people than Telugu people. Okay. Okay. So what did he do? All 3 acharyas, they have taken only 12 Upanishads as a standard. Chandogyam, Brihadaranyakam, Mahanarayanam, Kathopanishad, Kenopanishad, Prashnopanishad, Mandukyopanishad, Mundakopanishad, Prashnopanishad, and Aitareya Brahmanam. Rest of them are also Upanishads, but let them be there. 10th grade level, BA level. For Mokshopayam, Paramatma Nirnayam, they considered only 12 Upanishads. But Veda Vyasa composed 108 Upanishads. Did we study them? Again, Veda Vyasa felt bad. How are these people going to get the benefit out of them? Maybe if the Upanishads are there, they also have more than 21,000 verses, could reduce from 64,000 to about 21,000 verses. But did we study? No. So what to do? Again, go back. Took the essence of all the Upanishads. Sarvo Upanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Pardho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdhan Geetamrutam Mahat. Composed one single Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita, with the essence of all the 108 Upanishads. You ask that little boy, how do you get milk? He'll simply say, go to the supermarket and buy a gallon of milk. Supermarket will not produce milk. But that boy, yes, sir. How do you get milk? Oh my goodness, you know from the cow? Oh, thank God, at least you know from the cow. Because I thought you'll say supermarket is the cow. You go there. So to get milk, you need a cow. And if you need a cow, for that to start giving milk, you need a calf also. And even if there is a calf, the calf will drink everything. How do you get? You need a milkman also. So making all the 108 Upanishads as a cow, Arjuna as the calf, Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself as the milkman, and the essence that is milk is Gita Amrutam. Just 701 verses. No offenses. Did we read Bhagavad Gita? We read only superficially, not actually to practice it. Again, Veda Vyasa thought, even 701 verses are too much. Can you reduce just into one verse? Somebody asked. He said, sure. That's why it is called Charama Shlokam. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam raja. రామాయణం అంతా విని రాముడికి సీత ఏమవుతుందండి అని అడిగాట ఒక పెద్ద మనిషి. భగవద్గీత అంతా చదివి they don't do sharanagati. So what is the point of that studying Bhagavad Gita? Then Veda Vyasa thought, these people, how will they get the benefit of the Vedic literature? They don't study the Vedas, they don't study Upanishads, they don't study Bhagavad Gita. Maybe a verse itself is too long for them. Sarvo Parishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Pardho Vasasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahate. Too much for us. Maybe if they are there like one-line formulas, E equal to MC square, A plus B plus C whole square. So you will by heart those formulas. So Veda Vyasa thought, no shlokas, nothing doing this time, only one-line formulas. He composed 544 Brahma Sutras. One-line formulas. Adha Adau Brahma Jignasaha. Just only 4 words. Adha Adau Brahma Jignasaha. He composed 544 Brahma Sutras. Do we study? Some of you may say we are hearing the word for the first time. Again, Veda Vyasa thought, how will they get the benefit of it? Then he said, he thought, suppose I write the life history of great devotees. No offenses. Sir, you are software engineer?
I'm in marketing.
Marketing. Sir, anybody software, sir? Yeah. You ask him software. The minute he became a software engineer, his first thing is, let me read the life history of Bill Gates so that I can become Bill Gates. Natural. If not, some Pichai, right? Google chairman. So, thank you, ma'am. So that's all people know. If he writes the biography of great devotees, just as every software man will read Bill Gates' life history, something like that. He started composing the life history of great devotees so that people will read them and imitate them, follow their footsteps and become great. But all of us are not there at the same level of spiritual evolution. Some of us are there in Tamoguna, some of us in Rajoguna, some of us in Sattvaguna. So to cater to the needs of all the people in Sattvaguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, he composed 18 Puranas, 6 of them Sattvika Puranas, 6 of them Rajasika Puranas, 6 of them Tamasa Puranas, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunas, to cater to everybody's needs. In spite of having done so much of academic work, which no one else has done, formatting the Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutras, 18 Puranas, still Veda Vyasa is not having peace of mind. His great son, Veda Vyasa's son, Shuka Maharshi, hardly 16-year-old boy, 16-year-old, prime of the youth, still won't even care to dress himself. Sometimes even naked, he'll be just going. As he was going, in spite of doing so much of academic work, Veda Vyasa was running behind Shukra Maharshi. Oh, my son, don't leave me and go. Oh, my son, don't leave me and go. As he was going, in India, no private bathrooms during that time. Either in a river or a lake, people take bath. Some ladies were taking bath almost naked in the river waters, just getting into only waist deep water and taking their bath. When they saw Shukra Maharshi going, they raised their hands, kept them on their head, and did namaskaram to Shukra Maharshi. Behind Veda Vyasa, a very old man is coming. Immediately they thought, yaro Rambalai vara. Immediately they started wrapping their clothes and covering their bodies, and still they did namaskaram. Veda Vyasa was very, very puzzled. He went there and asked them, please don't mistake me asking this question. When a young fellow, 16-year-old, almost naked is walking, you didn't even feel like covering up yourselves and you raise your hands and did namaskar. When an old man like me is coming, what made you feel so ashamed, cover your bodies and do namaskaram to me? You know the reply from those ladies? That little boy, he may be 16, but when he looks at us, he only looks at Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam Hridesh Arjuna Tishtati. Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantrarudhani Maya. He looks at us only as a Jivatma embedded in a body. He doesn't look at as a male body, female body. He doesn't have that body consciousness. His mind is only focused on the Paramatma that is there in our hearts. So we never felt uncomfortable before him. But you look at us as a males. Therefore, we felt uncomfortable. It is not how much vidvat you have, but how much vairagyam you have. That is the most important one. Where there are so many upanyasakas. They give upanyasam on Vedanta Deshika. Vairagya Panchakam. Nasti Pitrarjitam Kinchit, with 5 diamond rings to their fingers, with gold bracelets over there. They have jnanam, but they don't have vairagyam. Vedanta Deshika did not become a Mahatma just because of jnanam, because of his vairagyam, dispassion. That is what Shukra Maharshi had, and that's what you don't have, they said. And he was crying and crying. Then comes Narada Maharshi and said, why are you so sad? He explained what has happened. Then it is Narada Maharshi who told Veda Vyasa, you glorified Bhagavan, but that is not enough. Glorify his devotees, Bhagavatas. Then you will understand the real nature of Bhagavan. That is when Veda Vyasa started composing Srimad Bhagavatam. That is how Bhagavatam has come. As the Nigama Kalpa Taru Phalam. Vedas are like Kalpa Vrikshas, should give you whatever you want. That is why the Purva Mimamsa is called Karma Kanda. The Uttara Kanda, Uttara Mimamsa, Upanishads, Vedantam. Just by glorifying God, you may become great. But unless you glorify his devotees, that is why they say, Bhagavata Acharya Kainkaryam. You glorified only, you did Bhagavat Seva, not enough to develop Vairagyam. Do Bhagavata Kainkaryam. Again, no offenses. We are sitting in a Hindu temple and talking. No offenses. The principle of Advaitis is Soham. Saha Aham. I am that Paramatma. The principle of Vaishnavas, they will come and put a Da before that. Da Soham. Advaitis will say Soham. I am Bhagavan. Saha Aham. I am that Bhagavan. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyatva. Vaishnava way of looking at, put a da before that, da soham. I am always a servant of Bhagavan. Do you think they will keep quiet? They will come and put a sa before. Sada soham. Sada soham. Always I am the Lord. Do you think Vaishnavas will keep quiet? They will come and put again da there. Dasa dasoham. Dasa dasoham. I am not only a servant to Bhagavan, I am a servant even to his devotees also. Dasa dasoham. This is a never-ending topic. They say soham, he will put a dasoham. He will put a sada soham. He will put a dasa dasoham. Again sada soham. Again dasa dasoham. That is why the great Mahatma Kulasekhara Alvar in Mukundamala, he says, Tvad bhrutya bhrutya paricharaka bhrutya bhrutya bhrutyasya bhrutya itimam smara lokanatha. Krishna, I don't want you to consider me as your direct servant. Will you give me, will you bless me with the opportunity to become Tvad bhrutya bhrutya paricharaka bhrutya bhrutya bhrutyasya bhrutya itimam smara lokanatha. Krishna, you don't have to make me the president of United States. Can you make me the private secretary to the president, to the private secretary to the private secretary, to the servant to the servant to the servant to the servant, to the seventh level of servant at least? That is enough for me, Krishna. You understand? So in Vishnu way of worship, the most important thing is not only Kainkaryam to Bhagavan, Kainkaryam to his devotees also. Bhagavata Kainkaryam. That is why Veda Vyasa started Srimad Bhagavatam, to glorify the Bhagavatas. Like Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Vyasa, Ambarisha, Shuka, Shaunaka. But some of you are Telugu people. They wanted me to speak in Telugu. నేనేమో ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను, వాళ్ళకేమో మండుతుంది. ఇదేంటి తెలుగు ఆయన మేము పిలిస్తే హాయ్ కన్నా. So, during the time of Bhagavatam, especially in the language Telugu, that time there was a very, very bad practice. Namely, all great academicians, scholars, poets, they used to write some work, compose, either translation from Sanskrit to Telugu or something independent works. But you know what they used to do? They dedicate it to a rich fellow, to a king, and get thousands and thousands of rupees as sambhavana and live a luxurious life with that. Original Sanskrit Bhagavatam by Veda Vyasa was translated into many, many Indian languages. But the first translation was in Telugu in the 15th century by a Mahatma called Potana. That Potana had a brother-in-law by name Srinatha. Srinatha is a Mahakavi. నూనూగు మీసాల నూత్న యవ్వనమున రచయించితే మరుత్తరాట్ చరిత్రాన్ని మొదలు పెడతాడు. ఇంకా సరిగ్గా మీసాలే రానటువంటి స్టేజ్లోనే మరుత్తరాట్ చరిత్ర రాసి గొప్ప పేరు పొందాను అని చెప్పుకుంటాడు. అటువంటి శ్రీనాథుడు ఎంతసేపటికి కావ్యాలు రాయడం, మహారాజులకు అంకితం ఇవ్వడం, డబ్బులు తీసుకోవడం. It so happened that Srinatha's sister was given in marriage to Mahakavi Potana. Mahakavi Potana, he has a different background. In the beginning, ఆ పోతన గారికి అసలు దైవం భక్తి ఏమి లేదు, శృంగార పురుషుడు, పరమ శృంగార పురుషుడయ్యి ఆ రోజుల్లోనే భోగిని దండకం అనే కావ్యాన్ని రాశారు. ఆ రోజుల్లోనే అందరూ కూడా దాన్ని బ్యాన్ చేశారు. ఈ భోగిని దండకం చదివితే అందరూ ఇంకా పిచ్చోళ్ళు అయిపోతారు, ఇంకా దేవుడు లేదు, భక్తి లేదు, అమ్మాయిల వెనకాల తిరుగుతుంటారని ఆ రోజుల్లోనే బ్యాన్ చేశారు. You want something, Kanna? What do you want? You don't know what you want. Amma, Mallishwari or somebody, you can go there and get a fruit or something. It seems they are here itself. మీరు ఎంత దూరంలో ఉన్నారు ఇక్కడి నుంచి కృష్ణ? 10 miles. I didn't know that, Krishna. That's why I just put in the Krishna Sishyas group so that you will also, everybody will see it. Okay, ma, give him, Amma. So what happened? Give him, Amma. So ఆ రోజుల్లో అమ్మ కూర్చోవచ్చమ్మా, if you want you can sit down, అమ్మ. ఆ రోజుల్లో ఈ విధంగా డబ్బులు తీసుకుంటుంటే ఆ పోతన, ఈ శ్రీనాథ came to Potana and said, why don't you also dedicate your Bhagavatam to some king and enjoy luxury life like me? ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు ఈ తెలుగు వాళ్ళు? మీకు తెలుగు వచ్చా అండి? ఎవరు కొంచెం పెద్దవాళ్ళు పంచకట్టుకున్నారు. ఏం చెప్పాడో గుర్తుందా పోతనప్పుడు? ఏం చెప్పాడు? బాల రసాలసాల నవ పల్లవ కోమల కావ్య కన్యకన్ గూళలకిచ్చి ఆ పడుపు కూడి భుజించుటకన్ సక్కవుల్ హాలికులైననేమి గహనాంతర సీమల కందమూల కౌద్దాలికులైననేమి నిజ దార సుతోదర పోషణార్థమై అంటాడు. గుర్తుందా? You know, bluntly, Potana told his brother-in-law, what a wretched life you are living, composing great poetry and dedicating to a rich fellow and enjoying with the money given by him. You know what exactly you are doing? You are, what do you understand? Telugu వాళ్ళకే అర్థం కాలేదు, నీకేం అర్థం అవుతుంది తమిళానికి? For benefit, గుర్తుందటయ్యా, బాల రసాలసాల నవ పల్లవ కోమల కావ్య కన్యకన్ గూళలకిచ్చి ఆ పడుపు కూడు భుజించుటకన్ సక్కవుల్ హాలికులైననేమే. గుర్తుందటమ్మా? గహనాంతర సీమల కందమూల కౌద్దాలికులైననేమి నిజదార సుతోదర పోషణార్థమై అంటాడు. You are living a wretched life. You know how? Enjoying the money given by some scoundrels. You know how, why the scoundrels are giving you the money? Because you are sending your own daughter to sleep with them. Gurtundataya? Gulalakichi means to scoundrels, you are sending your own daughter to sleep with them and they are giving you money, you are enjoying. Is that the life that you want to live? No way I will live that kind of a life. Sakkavul halikulainanemi. What is wrong if I become a farmer? I will just plow the land and whatever crops that come up or the vegetables or roots and other things that come, I'll be happily living with them. Imagine what kind of a Mahatma he is. How much courage you should have to confront a fellow living a royal life, saying that you are living such a mean and a wretched life. పడుపు కూడు అంటే అది అర్థం. కన్న కూతుర్ని దుర్మార్గుల దగ్గర పడుకోబెట్టి వాళ్ళు ఇచ్చిన డబ్బులతోటి కులుకుతున్నావా? సిగ్గు లేదా నీ జన్మ? పడుపు కూడు అంటే గుర్తుంది కదా, ఆడవాళ్ళకి అత్త, మగాళ్ళకు మామ అంటారే వాళ్ళు, దళారి విద్య చేసేవాళ్ళు అంటారే. అర్థమవుతుందా తెలుగు? అర్థమైంది మా తెలుగు? అది పడుపు కూడు అంటే. అటువంటి పడుపు కూడి తినేదానికన్నా నేను వ్యవసాయం చేసుకుంటే ఏంటి అంటాడు. కానీ సాక్షాత్తు ఎంత చక్కటి సరస్వతి దేవిని పెట్టుకున్నారు అక్కడ. You know one thing, that Saraswati Devi herself was doubtful whether this Potana will also give his book in dedication to some rich fellow and sell me. Literally Saraswati Devi came and stood in front of Potana and was shedding tears. Will you also sell me? And will you also force me to be given to some scoundrel? And you also want to enjoy with the money that is given by those rich fellows. గుర్తుందా పోతన ఏం చెప్పాడు? మర్చిపోయారా? నీకు నాకు ఒకే వయసు ఉన్నట్లుంది, గుర్తులేదా? కాటుక కంటి నీరు చనుకట్టు పయింబడ నీల నేర్చదో కైటభదైత్య మర్దనుని గాదలి కోడల ఓ మదంబ ఓ హాటక గర్భురాణి నిన్ను ఆకటకింగొనిపోయి అల్ల కర్ణాట కిరాట కీచకుల కమ్మ త్రిశుద్ధిగా నమ్మ భారతి అని ఏడుస్తాడు. Literally, Saraswati Devi started shedding tears in front of Potana. And he wipes out her tears and says, no, there is no need for you to cry before me. You are the wife of Brahma, the creator. You are the daughter-in-law of that Sriman Narayana. I will never sell you for money. Please, being the wife of Brahma, being the daughter-in-law of Sriman Narayana, it is not worth for you to shed tears. Please don't cry. Who will have that kind of fortune? Who will have that kind of fortune to wipe out the tears of Sakshat Saraswati? That is how the Telugu Bhagavatam came. Afterwards, Tamil Bhagavatam, Kannada Bhagavatam, Uriya Bhagavatam, Hindi Bhagavatam, they were all translated into local languages. అందువల్ల ఆ భాగవతం ఆ విధంగా వచ్చింది. మరి భాగవతం రావడానికి ముఖ్యమైన ఉద్దేశం ఏంటి? Yeah, give him a chair, sir. He need not have to sit on the floor. He is elderly now. So at that point of time, the idea of Bhagavatam is very simple. Sir, today is April 25th. 10 days back, you all filed your taxes, right? To IRS. Every year, April 15th, you file your taxes. Sir, did you ever file your returns to Lord Narayana? Did we ever file our statement to Lord Sriman Narayana? How much of punya karma we did? How much of papa karma we did? Right? When you submit your tax returns, what are you doing, sir? Whether you owe some money to the government or you will get a refund check, correct? Did we ever submit our returns to Narayana? How much papa karmas, known papa karmas, unknown, we did millions of papa karmas. How much of papa karma we did? How much punya karma we did? If death were to come for us in the next 5 minutes, do you go to heaven? Do you go to hell? Do you get Vaikuntham? And if you take next birth, what will be your next birth? Sura, Nara, Tiriyat, Stavara. Sura. You know how many gods and goddesses we have in our Hindu religion? Not 1 or 2, 33 crores. If you say, come on, crores, we don't know, we are all in America, millions only. 10 million is 1 crore. 10 million is 1 crore. 33 crores. 330 million Devi Devatas we have in the Sanatana Dharma. More than America population. America population, I don't think is 330 million. It's slightly less than that, I think. So in our Sanatana Dharma, we have 330 million Devi Devatas. The idea of Bhagavatam is, will you get Vaikuntham or not after this life? If not, you all know. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrutyuhu, dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. For everyone who is dead, rebirth is certain. For everyone who is born, death is equally certain. Did you fail your exam anytime when you were a young boy? High school student? When I was a student, you failed the exam in March, you can take in September. Again fail in September, again March. Correct? గుర్తుందటండి, ఎన్నిసార్లు మార్చి సెప్టెంబర్ డింకిలు కొడుతూనే ఉంటావు. ఈసారన్నా పరీక్ష పాస్ అయ్యే ఉద్దేశం ఉందా అంటారు. Over there, March, September. Over here, again birth, again death, again birth, again death, again birth, again death. When are you going to pass the exam? If you want to pass the exam, we can give some extra coaching and help you to pass the exam. If you want to fail the exam, why do you need extra coaching to fail the exam? Anyway, we are going to fail. Will anybody go to extra coaching, sir, for failing the exam? There are centers only how to help you to pass the exam, but not how to fail the exam. So Bhagavatam has come only to help you as an extra coaching to pass the exam. First and the foremost thing, Bhagavatam starts with, in Sanskrit, with a verse called Satyam Param Dhimahi, with the Gayatri mantra. Telugu Bhagavatam exactly starts the same way. Telugu Maiba. చదువుకున్నావా తెలుగు ఎప్పుడన్నా బాగా? భాగవతంలో మొదటి పద్యం ఏంటో తెలుసా? అవన్నీ ఎవడు చదువుతాడు? అదేమన్నా సాఫ్ట్వేరా? నేను తెలుగులో పిహెచ్డి చేశానంటే నీకేమన్నా పెళ్ళి అవుతుందా? ఎవడు పట్టించుకోడు. సాఫ్ట్వేర్లో బీటెక్ చేశాను, లక్షణంగా ఇప్పుడు అమ్మా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ బీటెక్ ఉద్యోగం వస్తుంది, 100,000 సంపాదిస్తుంది, రైట్? గుర్తుందటయ్యా భాగవతంలో మొదటి పద్యం ఏంటో? మరి ఏం చదువుకున్నారు భాగవతాన్ని? శ్రీకైవల్య పదంబు చేరుటకనై చింతించదన్ లోకరక్షైకారంభకు భక్త పాలన కళా సంరంభకు దానవోద్రేక స్తంభకు కేళిలోల విలస దృగ్జాల నానా కంజాత భవాండ కుంభకు మహానంద అంగనా డింభకున్ అని మొదలు పెడతాడు. వై భాగవతం మీన్స్ టు అటైన్ మోక్షం. First and the foremost thing, if not for moksham, what is the use? Sir, you are in America for 20 years. You got a wonderful job. You make 6-figure salary. You bought $1 million house. You got 4 cars. You made sure $4 million is there in the bank. But one day you will die, correct? Will your 4 million cash come with you? Will your $1 million house comes with you? Will your 4 cars come with you? What all counts is whether you get moksha or March, September, again birth, again death, again birth, again death. So Bhagavatam is if you want moksha. If you don't want moksha, it's a waste of your time and my time. If not for moksha, what is the use of all these things? If you want that moksha, Srimad Bhagavatam says, do Bhagavat Kainkaryam, do Bhagavata Kainkaryam, do Acharya Kainkaryam. These are the 3 most important things. And develop Vairagyam, not your academic skills. Dispassion. If you want to know about dispassion, Mahatma Vedanta Deshika is the one. Those days, he was offered the job of poet laureate by the Vijayanagara Empire kings. Those days, poet laureate means Asthana Vidwan. For Asthana Vidwan, the king himself will come, will wash his feet and put a gold anklet on their feet with his own hands and make him sit in a pallaki. And along with the servants, even the king will carry them on their shoulders. Money, salary, blank check, write your own amount. That's what poet laureate is. You know, Mahatma Vedanta Deshika's classmate is Vidyaranya Swami. Vidyaranya Swami is the one who started Vijayanagara Empire with the Harihara Raya and Bukkaraya. They offered him the job. Vidyaranya knows the greatness of Vedanta Deshika. When he offered, in Vairagya Panchakam, what Mahatma Deshika says, Nasti Pitrarjitam Kinchit, Namaya Kinchitarjitam, Astime Hastishaila Gre, Vastu Paitamaham Dhanam. I don't care about your money. I don't care about the poet laureate job you are offering. If I accept the job, instead of glorifying Bhagavan, in between I had to glorify the kings also, which I will never do for the few rupees or this thing that you are giving. I will rather remain a beggar and beg in the streets of Srirangam or Kanchipuram. Uncha vritti, but I will not glorify anyone else. అదే మీకు తెలుగులో అన్నమాచారి చెప్తాడు. ఏం చెప్పాడు? నరహరి కీర్తన నానిన నోట నరుని కీర్తింపను అంటాడు. This tongue that glorified that Supreme Lord Narayana or Narasimha will never stoop down to the level of glorifying human beings, and he did not. That is the greatness of Bhagavatam. Same way Potana did not dedicate his book to anyone except to Lord Rama. ఏం చెప్పాడో గుర్తుందా? పలికిడిది భాగవతమట, పలికించడి వాడు రామభద్రుండట, నీ పలికిన భవహర మగునట, పలికెద వేరొండు గాథ పలుకగనేల. The topic is Srimad Bhagavatam, and the motivating factor, Lord Rama himself asking me to do it and dedicate it to me. And what is the result I am going to get? Bhavahara Magunata. I will attain salvation. What else I want? Why should I speak something else? Verundu Gadha Palukaganela. Ardhamautunda. That great is Bhagavatam. So, Srimad Bhagavatam. చాలా మందికి డైరెక్ట్గా నారాయణ అంటే కొంచెం కష్టం. వాళ్ళకి ఎన్నెన్నో ఫోబియాస్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ పూజ చేయాలి, ఈ పూజ చేయాలి, అది చేయాలి, ఇది చేయాలి. శ్రీమద్ భాగవతం చూడండి, డైరెక్ట్లీ స్టార్ట్స్ విత్ సత్యం పరం ధీమహి. మహానందాంగన డింభకున్, నందాస్ అంగన యశోదాస్ డింభక కృష్ణ. I surrender myself to that Krishna. For what? Sri Kaivalya Padambu Cherutakane. To attain Sriman Narayana's Sri Vaikuntham. Same thing, Valmiki Ramayana. Starts directly with Tapasvadhyaya Niratam Tapasvi Vagvidambaram Naradam Paripapracha Valmiki Muni Pungavam. Starts directly about an inquiry about Lord Rama. Even Mahabharatam. Narayanam namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam daivim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayet. So మనవాళ్ళు పెట్టుకున్నటువంటి కొన్ని ఏవేవో పూజలకు వాటికి వేద ప్రమాణం ఏమీ లేదు. ఆ విధంగా భాగవతం డైరెక్ట్గా శ్రీమన్నారాయణుల వారి స్తోత్రంతో మోక్షం కోసమనే వచ్చింది. అమ్మా ఉన్నదే 10 మంది, ఎందుకంటే వెనకాల కూర్చున్నారు, ముందు కూర్చోవచ్చు కదా. సరే, ఒక్కొక్కసారి నేను చెప్పేది మీకు గనక అర్థం కాకపోతే, మీలో ఎవరైనా చీర కట్టుకున్న ఆడవాళ్ళున్నా, పంచె కట్టుకున్న మగవాళ్ళున్నా, పంచె కట్టుకుంటే మళ్ళీ పైన షర్ట్లు అవి ఉండకూడదు అయ్యా. షర్ట్లు లేకుండా పై పంచెతోటే కనుక ఉన్నారంటే, కావాలంటే ఈ కృష్ణుడిని, ఆ మహాలక్ష్మిని మీ ఒళ్ళో పెట్టుకొని నేను వాళ్ళకి చెప్పడానికే వచ్చాను. మీరు ఎంతమంది వింటారో నాకేం తెలుస్తుంది. You can come and have Krishna in your lap. And when you have done Krishna enough, you can pass on to the next person. Next person only with a sari or with a dhoti and a uttariyam. You can take the whole thing and keep in your lap and keep on telling all your prayers and they will bless you. So, that is how Bhagavatam started. ఆ భాగవతంలో వచ్చేసి ఎన్ని విషయాలు ఉన్నాయంటే అందరూ భాగవతలే. ఆ భాగవత స్తోత్రం జరిగేటప్పుడు అప్పటికి కురుక్షేత్ర యుద్ధం అయిపోయింది. పాండవులు 5గురే మిగిలారు. అర్జునుడికి ఇష్టమైన కొడుకు అభిమన్యుడు కూడా చచ్చిపోయాడు. అభిమన్యుడు చనిపోయిన తర్వాత దుర్యోధనుడికి ఒక బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్ ఉన్నాడు, అశ్వత్థామ. దుర్యోధనుడికి బెస్ట్ ఫ్రెండ్. భీముడికి దుర్యోధనుడికి గదాయుద్ధం అయింది. దుర్యోధనుడి తొడలు విరిగిపోయినాయి. దుర్యోధనుడి తొడలు విరిగిపోయినాయి. అమ్మా, you can come and sit in the front, అమ్మా. Where do you have to sit in the back? సో దుర్యోధనుడికి తొడలు విరిగిపోయినాయి. ఇంకా ప్రాణం పోలేదు. గద్దలు రాబందులు వచ్చి బతికిన వాడి తొడలు పీక్కొని తింటున్నాయి. అటువంటి పరిస్థితుల్లో అశ్వత్థామ goes there and tells him, I could not see you in this pitiable condition. Die happily. I will make sure that there is no Pandava dynasty in the world. అపాండవం చేస్తాను అని ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేస్తాడు. చెప్పడం చాలా సులభం. ఒకవైపు భీమ, ఇంకొక వైపు అర్జున, అన్నిటికన్నా ముఖ్యంగా సాక్షాత్ శ్రీమన్నారాయణ వారి కృష్ణుడిగా పాండవుల వైపు ఉన్నాడు. అటువంటి అప్పుడు హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ పాసిబుల్ టు కిల్ ద పాండవర్స్? ఏం చేయాలో తోచలేదు. ప్రమాణం అయితే చేశాడు మిత్రుడికి. ఏం చేస్తాడు? అలా నడుస్తూ నడుస్తూ అలసిపోయి ఒక చెట్టు కింద కూర్చున్నాడు. మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ ద నైట్. తెలుగులో గుడ్ల గూబలు అంటారు, ఔల్ అనేటువంటివి, బర్డ్. అర్ధరాత్రి అయ్యేసరికి దట్ మేల్ ఔల్ ఈజ్ వెరీ పొసెసివ్. అది చెట్టు మీదకి వచ్చి ఆ చెట్టు మీద గూట్లో ఉన్నటువంటి చిన్న చిన్న పిల్లలను చంపేస్తుంది. ఇవి గనక పెరిగి పెద్దవైతే, మగవ గనకైనా అంటే మిగిలిన ఆడవాటికి నాకు కాంపిటీషన్ వస్తాయి. అందువల్ల ఇవి పుట్టినప్పుడే వీటిని కనుక చంపేస్తే నేనే మొకటం లేని మహారాజును, అన్ని ఫిమేల్స్ తోటి నేనే ఉండొచ్చు అని ఎ మేల్ ఔల్ వాజ్ దేర్ కమింగ్ ఇన్ ద మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ ద నైట్ టు ద టాప్ ఆఫ్ ఎ ట్రీ ఇన్ ద నెస్ట్ అండ్ కిలింగ్ ఆల్ ద న్యూ బార్న్ చిక్స్. అప్పుడు ఆ చిక్స్ అన్ని ఏడుస్తున్నాయి చంపుతుంటే, ఆడపక్షులు ఏడుస్తున్నాయి. దాట్ గేవ్ ద క్లూ టు అశ్వత్థామ. వెరీ గుడ్. Pandavas are old people. If not today, they will die tomorrow. But if the Pandava dynasty should not be there, I should kill all the children. See the stupid mentality of Ashwadhama. Pandavas are old people. ముసలి వాళ్ళు ఈ రోజు కూడా రేపు రోజు వస్తారు. కానీ అపాండవం చెయ్యాలి అంటే, పాండవుల వంశం లేకుండా చెయ్యాలి అంటే, పాండవుల వంశంలో ఉండే పిల్లలను చంపాలి. That's it. The war is over. 18 days of war is over. Kurukshetra. If you have won the war, you know what they used to do? The winner should go to the enemy camp and sleep there to indicate maaku inka shatruvule leru, memu gelichamu ani. Enemy camp lo velli they have to sleep over there. All the 5 Pandavas and Krishna went there to sleep over in the Kauravas camp. Draupadi had 5 children with 5 Pandavas. Ashwadhama comes like a thief in the middle of the night and cuts off the throats of all 5 Upapandavas, because he got the clue. Kill the children if the dynasty is to be wiped out. See, early morning everybody woke up, all 5 Upapandavas are dead. Message reached Bhima, Arjuna, Krishna, everybody came running. Everybody knew this should be the stupid act of Ashwadhama. No one else can do that. Bhima, Arjuna, Krishna started chasing Ashwadhama, bound him like an animal, brought him, dragged him and made him fall at the feet of Draupadi. మీరు గొప్ప వాళ్ళ గురించి నేర్చుకోవాలంటే ద్రౌపది ఏం చెప్తుందో తెలిసిన, ద్రోణుడితోడ శిఖింబడక ద్రోణ కుటుంబిని ఉన్నదింట, అక్షీర తనూజనై కృంగుచునున్న భంగి అని చెప్తుంది. Ashwadhama, you are the son of the teacher for all my 5 husbands. పుత్రాకృతి నున్న ద్రోణుడవే కాదే అంటుంది. ఆత్మవై పుత్రనామాసి. If you have a son, your son will be almost like a replica of the father. So Ashwadhama, you are the son of Dronacharya. I still consider you as a Dronacharya himself personified and reborn as you. But మనవాళ్ళు చెప్తారు కానీ ఇండియాలో సతీ సహగమనం అనేటువంటిది ఆ రోజుల్లో అంత స్ట్రిక్ట్ గా ఎవరు ఫాలో అవ్వలే. You know Sahagamanam, right? When the husband is dead, they say the wife will immediately jump onto the funeral pyre and immolate herself. That is not universal at all. That is not universal. Don't believe me? Go to Ramayana. Dasharatha died. Huh? Kausalya did not immolate herself. Kaikeyi did not immolate. Sumitra did not immolate. All three were there, living even after Dasharatha's death. If Sahagamanam is mandatory, how come even Rama's mothers did not commit Sahagamanam? Come to Mahabharata. Panduraja is dead. Only Madri committed Sahagamanam. Kunti did not commit Sahagamanam. Same thing here also. Draupadi says, Dronacharya is dead. But Dronacharya's wife, Krupi is the sister of Krupacharya. Krupacharya's brother-in-law is Drona. Droniditoda Shikimbadaka Drona Kutumbini Unnadinta. When Dronacharya is dead in the battlefield, Dronacharya's wife, Krupi, did not commit Sahagamanam. Akshina Tanujanai Krungutunnapangi, as a mother, how painful it is to lose your child. I know that pain. I do not want another mother to go through that pain. Just leave him, she says. That is Bhagavata Lakshana. You got it, Amma. Bhagavatam is so great because Draupadi is the only one to have. In Bhagavatam, it starts with Draupadi's episode like this. She says, Dronacharya is dead, but his wife is still living. I know what pain I am going through for having lost my children. You kill Ashwadhama. What will happen? You are making another mother like me to go through the same pain I am going through, which I don't want. Leave him. See how great is Draupadi in Srimad Bhagavatam. Ma, that Krishna is a very powerful Krishna. He is called Santana Gopala Krishna also. When we say Vatapatra Shayi, Karara Vindena Padara Vindam, Mukhara Vinde Viniveshayantam, Vatasya Patrasya Puteshayanam, Valam Mukundam Manasasmarami, nobody bothered. But he is also called Vatapatra Shayi, but he is also called Santana Gopala Krishna. Actually, he is Krishna number 2. We have Krishna number 1, senior Krishna in our temple. Same, made with pure gold. When they heard Vatapatra Shayi, they all came and did. That's it. No OBGYN doctor could give that kind of a guarantee. 99% of them got children. 99%. That means not 10 people did and 9 people got children. 400 people have done the puja so far. Of the 400 people, 396 of them got children. 99% amma. Some of them 5 years no children, 10 years no children. In 3 extreme cases, 18 years no children. Age 23 she got married, age 41 no children. Age 41 they did the puja, 3 of them. They conceived. Age 42 they delivered the babies. Even medically speaking, first time pregnancy beyond age 40, probability child may have autism, Down syndrome, etc. But all 3 of them got wonderful kids. Then Krishna becomes very popular because we only believe in Bhagavan. మన కోరికలు తీరిస్తేనే దేవుడు. కోరికలు తీర్చకపోతే నాకు దేవుడైతే ఏంటి, నాకు ఎవడైతే ఏంటి, అంతే కదండి. అందుకనే కదా హైదరాబాద్ దగ్గర ఉండే వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామికి పేరు మార్చారు, వీసా వెంకటేశ్వర అని. మార్చారా లేదా? You don't know that? Near Hyderabad there is a 1000 years old Venkateshwara temple. Some software guy went there and he prayed, Swami, if I get my visa to America, I will do 11 pradakshinas. And he got the visa. Cascading effect. He told 10 people, 10 people told 100 people. If you go to that temple today, you will see 1,000 people pushing each other and doing 11 pradakshinas each. But not even one will sit there even for 2, because your business is Visa Venkateshwara. I came here to get my visa. You give me the visa, I will do your 108 pradakshinas. That is before getting the visa 11, after getting the visa 108. That's it. So we change even the name of God also. లైక్ దట్. దేర్ఫోర్ కోరికలు తీర్చేవాడే దేవుడు, లేకపోతే మనకెందుకు? ఆ విధంగా వచ్చేసి ఒకళ్ళు ఆ కృష్ణుణ్ణి చేసి మీరు సన్యాసిగా ఎక్కడెక్కడో తిరుగుతారు, ఒక్కోసారి పోతే 1 week 10 days 1 month వెళ్తారు. You cannot take the Krishna from the temple. So I will make a replica of the same Krishna and take him wherever you want. ఆ విధంగా వచ్చాడు ఆ కృష్ణ. ఆ తర్వాత ఆడవాళ్ళందరూ వచ్చి కృష్ణుడిని తిట్టేవాళ్ళు. ఏం తిడతారమ్మా? తిరగొచ్చా? ఏం తిడతారు? అబ్బా ఏం కృష్ణుడో, ఎప్పుడు చూసినా 16,000 మంది గోపికలు అంటే అర్థం ఏంటండి? 16,000 మంది గోపికలు అంటే నిజం చెప్పమ్మా, అర్థం ఏంటమ్మా? హలో, ఆ 16,000 మందిని వదిలేసయ్యి నా ఒక్కదాంతోనే ఉండు, అంతే కదా? అవునా? కృష్ణుడు వద్దు అనుకుంటే అది ఆడదే కాదు, రైట్? ఇఫ్ సంబడి ఈస్ నాట్ డిజైరింగ్ కృష్ణ, something is wrong with her femininity, that's all. So when they say 16,000 gopikas means Krishna, leave the 16,000 of them, I am craving for you, come and live with me. So for about couple of years, what was 4-5 years, Krishna was there alone with me. One lady came and said exactly bluntly, she said, these people when they say Krishna, oh come on, who cares about Krishna, 16,000 gopikas? What they mean is leave the 16,000 and stay with me. So at least let there be Mahalakshmi next to Krishna, at least one, instead of 16,000 at least. That's how that Mahalakshmi came just some 25 days back on New Year day, Ugadi day. So అందువల్ల ఎవరికైనా పెళ్లిళ్ళే కావడం లేదు, వాళ్ళకి ఆ కృష్ణుని మహాలక్ష్మిని ఒళ్ళో పెట్టి దానికి రుక్మిణి సందేశం అని ఉంది. వీలైతే ఈ భాగవతంలో చెప్తాను. అమ్మ మీరందరూ పెద్దవాళ్ళు కుదిర్చిన పెళ్లిళ్ళే చేసుకున్నారా, ఎవరన్నా మీ ఇష్టపడి చేసుకున్నారా? You know who was, you know which was the first love marriage, Amma? Rukmini. Even before marriage, she sends this long love letter to Krishna through her priest, because no cell phones, no WhatsApp messages, no what you call matrimony.com, right? No shadi.com. And the only way she sends this long love letter. Gurtundatayya Rukmini Devi em panpichindo? Gurtunda? చేసుకుంటే నిన్నే చేసుకుంటా, లేదో 100 జన్మలకైనా ఉపవాసం చేసి చావనైనా చేస్తాను, కానీ ఎమోషనల్ బ్లాక్మెయిల్ కూడా చేస్తుంది. కృష్ణ, ఇఫ్ ఎట్ ఆల్ ఐ విల్ మ్యారీ యూ అండ్ యూ ఓన్లీ. వ్రతముల్ దేవ గురు ద్విజన్మ బుధ సేవల్ గత జన్మంబులన్ హరిన్ పద్మాక్షి కాంక్షించి చేసితే నేను వసుదేవ నందనుడు నా చిత్తేశుడవుగాక సంగరములో నిర్జితులై పోదురుగాక చేదీశ ముఖ్యాధిములు అంటుంది. నిన్ను చింతించుచు ప్రాణములు విడచెదన్ నిక్కంబు ప్రాణేశ్వర అంటుంది. గుర్తుందా? భాగవతం చదువుకున్నారా చిన్నప్పుడు ఏమైనా? ఇలాగే చెప్తుంది, ఎమోషనల్ బ్లాక్మెయిల్ చేస్తుంది. చేసుకుంటే నిన్నే చేసుకుంటా, లేదంటావా 100 జన్మలైనా సరే ఉపవాసాలు చేసి ప్రాణమైనా పోగొట్టుకుంటాను, ఇంకోని ఏం చేస్తాడు మరి కృష్ణుడు రాక? ఆ విధంగా చేస్తుంది. సో దట్ రుక్మిణి సందేశం, somebody is not getting married, have Krishna and Mahalakshmi in their lap, and we do that Rukmini Sandesham 108 times Parayanam. They are getting married. Then they are married, but compatibility issues. భార్య భర్తలకు ఎప్పుడు ఉంటాయి కదా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, అడ్జస్ట్ అయ్యేంత వరకు. దానికి ఆ మహాత్ముడు వేదాంత దేశికుల వారు గోపాల వింశతి అని ఒక ఇది రాశాడు, 25 శ్లోకాల కృష్ణుని మీద గోపాల వింశతి. వాళ్ళకి ఆ ఒళ్ళో పెట్టి ఆ దంపతులను ఆ గోపాల వింశతి 108 సార్లు పారాయణ చేస్తే అట్లీస్ట్ కంపాటబిలిటీ ఇష్యూస్ ఆర్ సాల్వ్. పిల్లలు లేరు, ఇంకొక మహాత్ముడు సంతాన గోపాల స్తోత్రం అని 101 వర్సెస్ ఉన్నాయి సంతాన గోపాల స్తోత్రంలో. చెప్పాను కదా, 99% వాళ్ళకి బిడ్డలు పుట్టారు. ఏ ఓబీజేబీ అని కూడా అంత పెద్ద గ్యారంటీ ఇవ్వలేదు. అందులో వాళ్ళు కొంతమంది నార్మల్ ప్రెగ్నెన్సీస్ కూడా కాదు, ఇన్ విట్రో ఫెర్టిలైజేషన్స్, సర్గేట్ మదర్స్, అటువంటి కేసులు కూడా ఉన్నాయి. సో కమింగ్ బ్యాక్ టు ద్రౌపది, అంత గొప్పది. భాగవత లక్షణం అంటే అది. చిన్నప్పుడు ఎప్పుడన్నా తెలుగులో ఒక డైలీ న్యూస్ పేపర్ అనేది గుర్తుంది, ఆంధ్ర పత్రిక అని. ఆ ఆంధ్ర పత్రికకు ఎడిటర్ కాశీనాథుని నాగేశ్వరరావు అని ఉండేవాడు. ఆంధ్ర పత్రికలో ఫస్ట్ ఎప్పుడు ఏ వర్స్ ఉండేది తెలిసిన? మహాభారతంలో విదుర నీతి అని ఒకటి ఉంది. ఊరులేయవి వనరించిన నరవర. మీకు తెలుగు వచ్చా? వచ్చా? ఈ పద్యం గుర్తుందా? ఊరులేయవి వనరించిన నరవర అప్రియము తన మనంబునకగు తా నొరులకు అవిసేయకునికి పరాయణము పరమధర్మ పదములకెళ్ళన్. గుర్తుందటయ్యా? Suppose you come and slap me, I know the pain. If I know the pain, how it looks like when you get a slap, do not ever slap another person. That is the greatest dharma, he says. You come and slap me, I know the pain, right? If you have experienced the pain, how it is when somebody slaps you, do not give that kind of a pain to anyone else. That is the greatest dharma. Vidura tells Dhritarashtra. You know what is the context? Mahabharata war is about to come. Dhritarashtra got scared because Bhishma took a pledge in the battlefield. Unless I kill that fellow Dushyasana, break open his chest and drink that blood, I will not take rest. He did not say even, he did not stop it. I won't take rest. You know what happened? You know what exactly he said? If I am born to Panduraja, he says, if I am truly the son of, if I am a Pandava, he says, I will not sleep. Now, when Duryodhana in front of the whole assembly just took away his dhoti to like this and exposed his thigh and told Draupadi, come and sit here. Duryodhana said, Bhima said, shamelessly you expose your thigh in front of the whole assembly to Draupadi. Unless I break your thighs in the battlefield, I will not take rest. So Dhritarashtra is so scared. Now he calls Vidura and says, Vidura, tell me something. No, my blood pressure is shooting up, 250 by 150. You know, normal blood pressure, right? 120 by 80. No. Mine is 250 by 150. Do something, tell me. That is when Vidura says, shut up. Because they have the same father. Unfortunately, Dhritarashtra is the son of a princess. Vidura is the son of a servant maid. But father is the same Veda Vyasa. So he has so much of liberty with him. Shut up. When Draupadi's Vastrapaharanam was there, you did not even stop it. You know the gambling was illegal. You did not stop it. You know, first of all, your son Duryodhana tried to poison Bhima. You did not stop it. You know very well, your son arranged a house of wax and then tried to burn the Pandavas and Kunti. You did not stop it. You know fully well gambling is illegal. You did not stop it. You know Shakuni is cheating. You did not stop it. You know Draupadi is disrobed. You did not stop it. Imagine if your wife Gandhari is a drag. Suppose Pandavas have won. If they dragged Gandhari and disrobe her, how do you feel about it? If Pandavas have won, imagine if your daughter-in-law, Duryodhana's wife Bhanumati, is dragged and disrobed. How you feel it? Uruleyavi vanarinchina నరవర అప్రియము తన మనంబునకగు తా నొరులకు అవి సేయకునికి పరాయణము పరమధర్మ పదములకెళ్ళను. అర్థమవుతుందా? If it is your wife or your daughter-in-law that is dragged and disrobed in the public, how much you feel hurt? You should have experienced the same way when another man's wife is being disrobed. You did not stop it. Now face the music, Vidura says. Therefore, come back to Bhagavatam. Imma, Krishna is coming back so quickly. I thought they will not leave Krishna. మీరు చీర కట్టుకొని రండి రేపు. ఆయన చాలా ఓల్డ్ ఫ్యాషన్. మీ సల్వార్ కమీజ్లు జీన్స్ ప్యాంట్లు ఆయనకి చాలా మోడర్న్. ఆయన మిమ్మల్ని హ్యాండిల్ చేయలేడు. మీరు చీర కట్టుకొని వస్తే హీ కెన్ హ్యాండిల్ యూ మచ్ బెటర్. మీకు ఎవరికైనా కావాలంటే యూ కెన్ కమ్ అండ్ కీప్ కృష్ణ as long as you want in your lap. And you can keep on telling him whatever you want. Don't think Krishna is only a statue. Don't think Krishna is not listening. Good girl, take. But remember, do only positive thinking. And go there, I'll tell you. Come on, go there, I'll tell you. You know why I said Krishna will listen? Do positive thinking. Remember, when Krishna was there is a demon called Putana who came to kill Krishna, smearing poison on her breast and trying to force feed the babies and kill it. You know who is that Putana? Evaru? Emma? Evaramma? Yeah, comes to compare, but who is that Putana? Actually, when we'll get it in Srimad Bhagavatam, when that Sriman Narayana came as Vamana, 8-year-old boy, and accepted 3 feet of land, that little boy was so handsome, so cute, just got Upanayana. Yajnas are going, he will tell the Veda mantras. Jatas are going, he will chant the Jatas. Vedam, Prabandham, he is chanting with everyone, taking little steps and coming. And innocently asking Bharachakravarti, can you give me 3 feet of land? His own wife, Bharachakravarti's wife, Vindhyavali, sitting next to Bharachakravarti thought, how fortunate I will be. If only I am the mother of this child, and if I could feed him with my own milk, how fortunate a mother I would have been. She was thinking in her own mind, looking at the most charming child, Vamana. Bhagavan Vamana heard, Tadhastu, so be it. Good. Vamana accepted 3 feet of land, and immediately in Bhagavatam, Gurtundatandi, Yintintai, Votudintai, Maryutanintai, Abho Vidhipai Nantai, Toyada Mandalagramana Kallantai, Gurtundatamma. Ala Perigipoyi, Ela chapter desna Mahatma. When Vamana is becoming a Trivikrama with 1 foot occupying the whole earth, with another foot all the way going up to Brahma Lokam, Annamacharya Kirtana Gurtunda, Brahma Kadigina Padamu, exactly the foot of Vamana as a Trivikrama, reaching all the way up to Brahma Lokam, and Brahma washing the foot of Sriman Narayana with the water from his Kamandalam. That is where Ganga started. Before there was no Ganga. That is why Ganga became so pure and auspicious. Good. So when he occupied up to Brahmalokam with another foot and no space for the 3rd foot, and when he asked, Bharachakravarti said, Em cheppada gurtundatayya? Pranam poina sare, abadhan chappanu antadu. Manakunda anta goppatanam. Why do you say there is no space to keep your 3rd foot? Keep it on my head, Swami. He bent his head, Vamana kept his foot on Bharachakravarti's head and was pushing him down to Sutala Lokam. A devoted wife, Vindhyavali, Bharachakravarti's wife, you know what she thought? Scoundrel. You come like a little fellow, now you become Trivikrama. In spite of my husband giving you all he had, the words, now you are pushing him down. How much I wish I could kill you. Before she thought, how fortunate a mother I will be. If only he could be my son and I could give him my own milk. Tadhastu. Now what she thought, how much I wish I could kill you, because her own husband Bharachakravarti is pushed down. Vamana heard that also. Tadhastu. So why 2 birds for that? Once to feed him, another time to come and kill him. There are so many ways to kill a newborn baby. Krishna was only 1 month old then. You know how small a 1-month-old baby will be. Just take a pillow and suffocate him. Is it not enough? Why should she go to the extent of giving him her own milk? Because that day she prayed, how fortunate will I be if I could feed him my own milk and bring him up like my own son. Tadhastu. How much I wish I could kill. So can you ever imagine a woman smearing poison and trying to breastfeed a baby? Tadhastu. Do positive thinking. Who knows, he may say Tadhastu. That is the greatness of Krishna. Coming back to Draupadi, such a great lady. The next Bhagavata, Kunti. Bhagavan Sri Krishna was just almost about to go back to Dwaraka after Kurukshetra war was over. Now, imagine Ashwadhama. Ashwadhama, the most shameless person. The other day, he killed all the 5 sons of Draupadi who were sleeping. Draupadi took pity on him, got him released. Still, he did not stop. Again, Ashwadhama went back and started thinking, I promised my friend Duryodhana There will be no Pandava dynasty. It's okay. I was put to shame. So what? I kept up my promise. I killed the 5 Upa Pandavas. Who else is there in the Pandavas dynasty that the dynasty will continue? Then he thought, okay, Pandavas, old people, old fellows, they will die tomorrow. If not today, tomorrow. Upa Pandavas are killed. Abhimanyu is dead. My God, Abhimanyu's wife Uttara is pregnant. And shamelessly, Ashwadhama releases the Brahmastra onto the unborn fetus in the womb of Uttara. Can you imagine that? Onto the unborn fetus. What kind of a heroism is that? That even the baby is not even born. But even before birth, onto the unborn fetus, Ashwadhama releases Brahmastra. Uttara came and fell at the feet of Krishna and begged him, Karchitsun Manpagade. She will fall at the feet of Krishna and begs him, Krishna, my embryo is being scorched, Krishna. Bless me, Krishna. Now you tell me, Amma, how come Uttara alone got the intelligence to ask Krishna? How come Uttara alone had the intelligence to ask Krishna to protect her baby? Krishna's own sister is Subhadra, correct? Krishna's own sister Subhadra, so close to Krishna. Her only son Abhimanyu is dead. How come Subhadra did not ask Krishna, Krishna, bring my son back to life? Draupadi is equally close to Krishna. Correct? Her 5 sons are killed, not even in the battlefield. Okay, Subhadra's son, he died in the battlefield. So in the Kshatriya Dharmam, Subhadra might have felt not to ask for bringing her son back to life, Abhimanyu. But Draupadi, what happened? They are not in the battlefield. They were sleeping. They were sleeping. How come Draupadi did not ask Krishna, Krishna, bring at least one of my sons back to life? They didn't ask. Uttara had the greatness to ask Krishna. Immediately Krishna became a miniature Krishna, just the size of a 1 cubit of a thumb, went through her nose into her body, did the Sudarshana Chakra Prayogam. The Sudarshana Chakra Prayogam, unimaginable is the power of Sudarshana. That is why we say Paramantra, Yantra, Tantra, Aushadha, Astra, Shastrani, Samhara, Samhara. No weapon, no mantram, no Kshudra Vidyas, no Bhetala Prayogam. Nothing can work against Krishna, against Sudarshana. Krishna did the Chakra Prayogam. And just like that, Chakram has nullified the effects of Brahmastra. And as Krishna was about to leave, it is Kunti's turn to come and fall at the feet of Krishna. You know how Kunti is related to Krishna? How? Paternal aunt. Krishna's father is Vasudeva. Vasudeva's own sister is Kunti. So Kunti's nephew, brother's son. You know what Kunti prayed, sir? He Krishna Yadubhushana Narasakha Shringara Ratnakara Lokadrohi Narendra Vamshadhana Nikun Rogyada Trumpave Bhavaratal Nityanu Kampanidhi Pandavulandu Yadavulandu Pandusutulandunu Moha Vichedamu Seyumaya Yadavulandu Pandusutulandunu Moha Vichedamu Seyumaya. What are you praying, Amma? Swami, my daughter should get married. Swami, my son should become at least a doctor. Preferably make him Wall Street. Make him at least $1 million a year. Swami, I should have 4 sons. Swami, I need $4 million. Amma, did you pray, Krishna, I want moksha? That is not there in our list. In our wish list, daughter should get married, son should get a job, I should have a 5-bedroom house. I need $5 million. Huh? I need a green card immediately. Right? But in the wish list, how many of us are asking Krishna, give me moksha? This is exactly what Kunti prayed. Nikun mrutyata trumpave bhavaratal nityanu kampanidhi. Krishna, I do sharanagati at your feet. Bless me with moksham. Yad gatva na nivartanti tadhama paramam mama. Even if you go up to Brahma Lokam, Krishna specifically says, Yanti Devavratan Devan, Pitrun Yanti Pitruvrataha, Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja, Yanti Madhyajanopimam. Worship Devi Devatas, you will go only to Devalokam. Worship Pitru Devatas, you go only to Pitru Lokam. Worship Bhuta Preta Ganas, you will go only to Ganalokam. Worship the Supreme Lord Narayana, you will get Vaikuntha Lokam. What is wrong? I can go to Swargalokam. Sir, you know why they want to go to Swargalokam? Tell me, sir, nobody will mistake you. Is your wife sitting next to you?
She's not here.
Then you can boldly say, huh?
Luxurious life.
To enjoy?
Dances.
Just pull the mask down.
Dance.
To enjoy?
Ramba,
Exactly. Why, even though we are all devotees in a temple, why do you think everybody wants to go to Atlantic City, Las Vegas, etc.? Because club dances are there, half-naked dances are there, drink, eat, dance, no questions asked. Swargalokam, what do you call them? 5-star hotels. But there are 27 stars only. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini. Swargam is nothing but a 27-star hotel. No questions asked. You want to drink? Drink. Enjoy. Ladies, oh, plenty of them. You know how many of them are there? ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారమ్మా? రంభ, ఊర్వశి, మేనక, తిలోత్తమ, ఘృతాచి, పుంజిక స్థల, etc. 32,000 apsarasas are there. When 32,000 ladies are there to entertain, exactly Krishna says the same thing. Traividyamam somapah putapapa yajne rishva swargatim prardhayante. Nee kuturu chunte cheppundedi. Meekemo vakka shlokam radu. There is a little girl there, her daughter. She knows Bhagavad Gita almost any verse. The minute you say Traividyamam, she can say the whole verse. Chadukunnara cheptara meeru? Repu తీసుకొస్తావా మీ కూతుర్ని? Of course, రేపు ఆమె రాదనుకోండి. Traividyamam somapaha putapapa yajnarishva swargatim prardhayanti te punya masadya surendra lokam ashnanti divyam deva bhogam tetam bhunktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye marchalokam vishanti evam trayi dharma manu prapanna katakatam kama kamalabante. The minute you go to Atlantic City or Las Vegas, what will they do, sir? Sir, give me your credit card, sir. They take your credit card and swipe it. Why? This man's credit card has a balance of $50,000. Good. At the rate of $500 per day for a room, eating, drinking, everything that you want, right? $500 per day, $100. No problem. Enjoy. After 100 days are over, sir, tomorrow you have to vacate. Exactly. Kshine punye. As long as your punya karma is there, you will enjoy Deva Bhogas and Swargalokam. Kshine punye, the minute your punya karma is over, Marchalokam Vishanti, again they will kick you out and you will fall down. Again birth, again death. Again birth, again death. If it is Vaikuntham, yad gatva na nivartante, tadhama paramam mama. Going where you will never come back. One-way ticket is available only to Vaikuntham. Even if you go to Swargalokam, Brahmalokam, any lokam for that matter, any Devi Devata, you are going with a return ticket. You know that return ticket means, right? Kshine punye marchalokam vishanti. You are going with a return ticket. One-way tickets are available only to Vaikuntham. That is why he says, Brahma bhuvanan lokan punaravartinorjuna mamupechati kaunteya punarjanma navidyate. Meeru Brahmalokaniki painappatiki, even if you stay for 1 day in Brahmalokam, 1 day, you know how many years is that in planet Earth? 8 billion 640 million years. 8,640 million years is one day for us, is one day of Brahma. So if you stay there in Brahmalokam and enjoy for one day, that means you have enjoyed as much as you can enjoy here for 8,640 million years. So we think they are immortal. From Narayana's perspective, it is only one day you stayed there. And you will come back and take birth. Therefore, now Kunti Devi is praying to Krishna. Nikun mrutyada trumpave bhavalatal nityanu kampanidhi. Krishna, I surrender to you. That is why that Sharanagati, the concept of Sharanagati is so great. I surrender to you, Krishna. Make sure I will get salvation. And what is it that she is saying? Yadavulandu Pandu Sudulandunu Moha Vichedamu Seyumayya. As a woman, you have divided a loyalty. On one hand, you love your father, your brothers, your nephews on that side. On the other hand, you are attached to your husband and the husband's family, etc. Kunti is the only one who says, Krishna, Yadavulandu, from my parents' side, your grandfather, my father, Shurasena, or my adopted father, Kunti Bhoja, on that side, Pandu Sutalandanu, my husband is gone. My attachment is only to the Pandavas. Moha Vichedamu Seyumayya. That is the idea of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is for Janma Rahityam, not for Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. If we have done Bhagavatam and you are not even thinking of Sharanagati, చెప్పాను గుర్తుందా? రామాయణం అంతా విని ఒక పుణ్యాత్ముడే కాబట్టి ఇంతకు రాముడికి సీత ఏమవుతుంది అని. మరి రామాయణం ఏం విన్నట్లు? Kunti Devi is the one. Hey Krishna, Yadubhushana, Narasakha, Shrungara Ratnakara, Lokadrohi Narendra Vamshadahana, Nirvana Samdhayaka. How great Kunti Devi should be to surrender to Krishna like that. That is why Srimad Bhagavatam is great. In Srimad Bhagavatam, the next episode starts. Bhishma's prayer to Krishna. Bhishma's prayer to Krishna. Kurukshetra war started around December 15th. Mahabharata war was for 18 days. First 9 days, Bhishma was the commander-in-chief. On the 10th day morning, Bhishma fell down. That means December 15th, add 10 days, December 25th. Come back to Krishna. You know, many people practice yoga. Right? Yoga centers are very popular. Why they are doing yoga, Amma? Because they are overweight, to reduce the body weight, or blood pressure is too high, to reduce the blood pressure. That is not the idea of yoga in Vedic literature. The idea of yoga is, can you control your death? The idea of yoga is to control your death by doing pranayama in a proper way. Why? Krishna says, you will not get, if you want to do yoga and attain moksham by your own efforts, then Krishna says, Agnir Jyotihi Aha Shuklaha Shanmasa Uttarayanam. You cannot die whenever you want, sir. You should die only in the 6 months of Uttarayana Punya Kalam. You can die only between January 14th to July 13th, Uttarayanam. Within the 6 months, you cannot die whenever you want. Only in the Shukla Paksham, in the bright fortnight, after Amavasya until the full moon day. And within the 15 days, you cannot die whenever you want, only during the daytime. Can any doctor give you a guarantee that you will die only from January 14th to July 13th? And that too only after Amavasya and until the full moon day? And That too only during the daytime. So Bhishma, he knows. He has Ichha Mrityu. He can invite death whenever he wants. December 15th, Mahabharata war started. December 25th, Bhishma fell down. Still Dakshinayinam. So Bhishma, so Bhishma cannot die during Dakshinayinam. Arjuna shot hundreds of arrows. They went through and through his body, 6 inches beyond the body. He just slanted and lied down on the bed of arrows until Uttarayinam came, until January 14th. From December 25th until January 14th. Then he wanted to die. Krishna Paksham came, dark fortnight. Wait for another 15 days. January 15th to January 30th. Then he wanted to die in a Shukla Paksham on an auspicious day, Ekadashi day. So another 11 days. Almost from December 25th to February 11th. That's 6 days over there. 30 days in January 30, 31. Another 11 days. Nearly 48 days. Bhishma stayed on the Ampashaya. Nearly 48 days. So Krishna knew today is the day Bhishma will plan to go back to his, not moksham, Swargalokam only, to continue his job, pending job, as one of the 8 Vasus. So Krishna took Bhishma, Drona, Dharmaraja, everyone. This is the day when Bhishma will be leaving the physical body, mortal body. Let's go and then offer our respects. That is where, Vishnu Sahasranamam came on Bhishma Ekadashi day, on the day when he was leaving the body. Dharmaraja asked, Ko dharma sarva dharmanam bhavata paramo matah kim japan muchite jantahu janma samsara bandhana. And immediately Bhishma says, Jagat prabham devadevam anantam purushottamam. Dharmaraja, you are asking me what is the greatest dharma. This Krishna standing next to you, he is the Purushottama. He is the Purushottama. There is none superior to Krishna. That's what Krishna said. Mattaha parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Maya sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in 15th chapter, Dvavimau Purusha loke ksharascha ksharevacha ksharas sharvani bhutani kutasto akshara uchyate uttama purushastvanya paramatme chudahurta yo lokatraima vishyabhivarti avyaya ishvaraha yasmaksharamatiitoham aksharada purushottamah atosmi loke vedecha praditaha purushottamah. So that is how Krishna became Purushottama, the Supreme Lord. Now, Bhishma is recollecting that particular day, especially in a battlefield. When somebody is trying to kill you, what will you do, sir? You will try to protect yourself. You will try to defend. You will try to protect yourself. But Bhishma prays to Krishna in a different way. Kuppinchi Gurtunda Kuppinchi Yagasana Kundalambala Kanti Gagana Bhagam Bella Gappikonaga. Urikina Norvaka Udarambulonana Veguna Jagati Kadala. Nedu Bhishma Zampudu Ninnugatu Arjuna Vidumu Vidumani Pradhinsu Sanudensu Devundu Dikunaku. Can you imagine? Arjuna is just hesitating to shoot the fatal arrow on Bhishma. You know why Arjuna is hesitating to shoot those fatal arrows on Bhishma? Because Arjuna doesn't even know how his father Panduraja looks like. He lost his father when he was a very small child. Can you guess how old they are? Nakula and Sahadeva are twins, 1 year old. So 1 year before Arjuna, 2 years old. 1 year before Bhishma. Bhima, 3 years old. Yudhishthira, 4 years old. All are below 5 years of age. They lost their father. Madri committed Sahagamana. Kunti brought the Pandavas and came to Hastinapura. They don't even know how their father looks like. Literally, the 5 Pandavas grew up in the lap of Bhishma. In fact, Arjuna used to call Bhishma many times father, father, father. Bhishma used to slap him and say, stupid fellow, I'm not the father, I'm the grandfather. I'm not Pita, Pitamaha, not Pita, Pitamaha. He used to just like, you pat your child, you slap and say, no, 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 I'm the grandfather, not the father, grandfather, not the father. But Arjuna had that feeling, literally growing up in the lap of Bhishma. He could not shoot the fatal arrow. Krishna, you know what Krishna said? ఏం చెప్పుంటాడు కృష్ణుడు? ఏం చెప్పుంటాడమ్మా? మొగ ఆడ కానీ నిన్నటి వరకు బృహన్నల్లాగా ఉండొచ్చావే ఆడపిల్లలకు డాన్స్ నేర్పుకుంటూ, గుర్తుందా? ఇన్ అజ్ఞాతవాసం, అర్జున, neither you are a man nor a woman, you are there as a in between, right? Neither man nor woman, as a dance teacher to the girls in the palace. For this kind of a fellow, I agree to be your driver. That is my mistake. That's what Krishna says. If you cannot kill Bhishma, I am going to kill Bhishma. That said, Krishna jumped from the chariot. Kuppinchi yagasina kundalambula kanti gagana bhagam vella gappi konaga. Dharmaraja, I am just recollecting that wonderful form of Krishna. When Arjuna was hesitating to shoot the fatal arrows at me, this Krishna jumped from the chariot. The force with which he jumped, the earrings of Krishna having those beautiful diamonds, Makara Kundalas, the glitter from them started appearing like a lightning in the sky. And when Krishna jumped, the 14 worlds that are there in the stomach of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, it was almost like a huge earthquake, and whole worlds are there shaking. May that Supreme Lord Krishna who is coming, Nammiti Nalavu Nagubatu Seyaka. Arjuna came and was holding onto the feet of Krishna. Krishna, please, please, don't make me a fool before all these assembled heroes. Please, Krishna, you promised not to take up weapons. Please, Krishna, I will kill Bhishma. I will kill Bhishma. You don't go and kill. And literally Arjuna was holding onto the feet of Krishna. And you know what Bhishma was begging? Arjuna, please let Krishna come and kill me. It is fortune, it is a great fortune for me to die in the hands of Krishna. If not, tomorrow I have to die in the hands of that Shikhandi, who is neither a man nor woman. Born as a woman, then became a man, is called a Shikhandi. తెలుసా శిఖండి ఎలా అయ్యాడు? ఎలా అయ్యాడమ్మా? భాగవతానికి అంతే లేదు. మీరేదో 7 days లో ముగించమన్నారు, మనకి ఇంకా ఫస్ట్ డే కాలేదు. అవుతుంది, అర్థమవుతుందా? Drupada did yajnam because Dronacharya insulted him. What time I have to stop? I know you will say that. I was about to say, because the way you are moving restless, I thought we had to stop because they had to close the temple. Now, exactly, Dronacharya insulted Drupada. Arjuna defeated him. Drupada did a yajnam. Why? I should get a son who will kill Dronacharya. I should get a daughter who will marry Arjuna. In his prayer, something was in his mind, and he got another daughter also. Another daughter also. But he wanted him to be the son. So he started dressing up that other daughter as a boy. Literally made the whole world believe Drupada had another son. But actually it was a girl. And got him married to a girl also. But actually it is a girl. Until then, that fellow was okay. Until marriage, he was okay. But afterwards, the Shobhanam. That girl was so scared. Until now, I acted as a man. But if I go into the bedroom, my wife will find out I am not a man, I am a woman. So he didn't want to go to the humiliation. He wanted to commit suicide. That fellow ran away from the bedroom before the wife came in and went into the forest and was about to kill himself. Fortunately for him, a Gandharva came. and said, why are you trying to commit suicide? He said, what do you know? I'm a woman, but my father cheated the whole world that I'm a man, got me married also to a woman. And now the bedroom, no way I'm going to kill myself because I don't want to go through humiliation before my wife that I'm cheated her. I'm a woman married to a woman. That Gandharva took pity on him. Don't worry, don't die. I wanted to enjoy how a woman will enjoy. So let us exchange. I will give my manliness to you and you give your femininity to me. But there is only a temporary arrangement. Afterwards, when I want to become a man again, I'll come back. And then I'll take my masculinity back from you and will become a female. He said, okay, thank you. So this girl got the masculinity from a Gandharva. And that Gandharva took the femininity from the Shikhandi. But unfortunately, afterwards that Gandharva died in a battle with a different Gandharva. So he never came back and never took back his masculinity. Therefore, Shikhandi continued as a man. And that secret is known to Bhishma. And he says, anybody who is born as a woman, then in the modern days, who got a transformation of gender from woman to a man, I will not even fight with that kind of fellows. So Bhishma is begging Arjuna, Arjuna, leave Krishna. Let me be fortunate to die in the hands of Krishna rather than dying tomorrow in the hands of Shikhandi. Because he said, I will do Astra Sannyasam if I have to fight with a fellow who is not born as a man. That is the greatness of Krishna, where even the enemy ranks were there, surrendering to Krishna in the battlefield. But you know the funniest thing? Bhishma, who prayed so much to Krishna, what is stopping Bhishma in saying, Krishna, I do my Sharanagati, Anukulyasya Sankalpam Pratikulyancha Varjanam, Rakshis the Mahavishwasam Goptutta Varnantadha, Atmanikshepa Karpanye Shadvidha Sharanagati, Krishna, I do Sharanagati, give me moksham. Karma. So powerful. Unless you have a proper acharya, even the thought will not come to you to do Sharanagati. Bhishma has given the entire Vishnu Sahasranamam. But you know what he said? Krishna, give me permission to leave the body. L1 visa. Had a permanent job over there, came on a deputation. After the job is done, going back to my original job. Can you imagine that? What is stopping Bhishma from asking, Krishna, accept my Sharanagati and give me moksha? Bhishma went back only to become one of the 8 Vasus. Pending job over there, permanent job as a Vasu. Because of Vasishta's curse, became Bhishma. Now going back to. That is where Sharanagati comes into picture. Had Bhishma got a great Acharya, Bhishma is no doubt great. Bhishma get Vishnu Sahasranamam, but he did not get moksham in that life. He went back to Svargalokam as one of the 8 Vasus. And the most important thing, as Dharmaraja was asking, Ko dharma sarva dharmana bhavata paramamataha, and as Bhishma started, Jagat Prabhum Devadevam Anantam Purushottamam. In the audience, not only the 5 Pandavas, not only Krishna, even Draupadi was there. And Draupadi started laughing so loud. Everybody was surprised. Is this girl mad or what? Bhishma is about to leave the body. Pandavas, Krishna himself is there in attention to listen to what Bhishma says. But why is this stupid girl Draupadi laughing like a mad girl? Only Krishna understood and Bhishma understood. Bhishma replied her, Draupadi, I know why you are laughing. That day you were a helpless woman. Kauravas were about to disrobe you. You came and asked for dharmam. Is Draupadi dharma vijita or adharma vijita? Was I won in a legal way or in an immoral way, you asked. That day I could not tell dharmam. I was silent. But now I am talking about dharmam. Is that the reason? Is it not the reason you are laughing at me? You are right, Draupadi. I could not tell dharmam that day because my mind is only focused on, did Yudhishthira lose himself first as a bet and then lost Draupadi? Or did he wage Draupadi as a bet first, lost her, and then lost himself? That is what actually Draupadi asked. Tell me what is dharmam. Dharmajudu tannodi nannodena, nannodi tannodena. Did Dharmaraja lost himself as a bet and then lost me afterwards, subsequently as a bet? Or did Dharmaraja waged me as a bet first, lost me, and then he lost himself? In both ways, she is not legally won. Such an expert lawyer is Draupadi. And nobody could answer her question, including Bhishma was in a dilemma. Bhishma says, because Draupadi's question, if Dharmaraja lost himself as a bet, a defeated man's bet is never valid in gambling. He is already defeated. How can he wage something when he himself lost? If Draupadi was waged as a bet in the beginning, he lost, and then he lost himself. Hello, your share in a company is only 20%. With a 20% share in a company, how can he sell the whole company? You got it? Dharmaraja is only one of the 5 husbands for me. With only 20% of ownership, how can he wage me as the bet? Both ways she is not legally won. Bhishma says, my mind was there bent on whether Dharmaraja lost himself first and then lost you, or he lost you first and then lost himself. But my mind was not thinking of the other dharma. Can a pativrata be dragged into the public and can she be disrobed? My mind was hung up on dharma vijita, adharma vijita, but not on the higher dharma that should a pativrata be dragged into the public. You know why, Draupadi? Because be very, very careful what you eat. I know you will not like it. If I say don't eat, don't take non-vegetarian, you will not like it. Eating non-veg only your rajogunam, tamogunam is increasing. Forget about she says I'm a vegetarian. Don't eat onion and garlic. The minute you say no non-veg, 50% of the people will say, I don't want your moksha. I'm okay to become a cat or a dog or a pig or a donkey next time, but I don't want moksha, right? And even if you're a vegetarian, you cannot eat anything that you cannot offer to Krishna. What does it mean, sir? No onion, no garlic in your food. That's it. The minute you say no onion, no garlic, Emma, tintunnara leda? 99% of the people will say, I don't want your moksha. Krishna clearly says, read Bhagavad Gita, 3rd chapter, 13. I'm not concocting stories for you. Yajna sishtashana santaha muchyante sarvakil bishaihi. మీ కూతురు వచ్చుంటే నా ప్రాణం నా పరువు నిలబెట్టుండేది. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తే వీళ్ళు ఏదో కొత్తగా చెప్తున్నారు అనుకుంటారు. వీళ్ళకెవరు ఇట్లాంటివి చెప్పరు. ఎంతసేపటికి మన రాముడు ఎంత గొప్ప, ఇంతకని నువ్వు మారు అని చెప్పిన ఎవరు చెప్పరు. చెప్తే వాళ్ళు తంటారు. యజ్ఞ శిష్టాశన సంతః ముచ్యంతే సర్వకిల్బిషైః భుంచతే తే అఘం పాప ఏ పచంతి ఆత్మకారణ. You offer to Bhagavan Krishna and eat the leftovers of Krishna as prasadam. You are relieved of all sins. But without offering to Krishna, those sinners who are cooking only for themselves to eat are eating only sin. ఏ పాపిష్టి వాడు వాడి పొట్ట కోసం వండుకొని తింటున్నాడో ఆ పాపిష్టి వాళ్ళు పాపాన్నే తింటున్నారు. తినేది పాపం అయితే పోయేది ఎక్కడికమ్మా? నరకానికా, స్వర్గానికా, వైకుంఠానికా? You know why the context here? Bhishma said the same thing. That day I could not tell what is dharmam because I was eating the contaminated food given by Duryodhana, the worst sinner. I was eating the contaminated food given by Duryodhana, the worst sinner. That is why my mind was so disturbed and I could not clearly draw a line between dharmam and adharmam. My mind was only thinking of whether Dharmaraja lost himself first and then lost Draupadi, or Draupadi was lost first, then he defeated himself. But my mind was not thinking of the other side of the dharma, namely, a pativrata should never be dragged to the open assembly and should never be disrobed. And not only that, she was eka vastra. You know, Ekavastra means a woman in her monthly cycle should never be dragged to the public. My mind was not thinking. Now you are laughing because how come I am telling the dharma? Thanks to your husband Arjuna, who shot 100 arrows through my body. They went through and through. All the blood that is there accumulated in my body, eating that contaminated food is all drained. And now 48 days I did not even eat anything. Again, thanks to your husband Arjuna, who shot an arrow and got the Ganga, a stream up. And whenever I am thirsty, I will just turn my mouth and take a sip, and that's it. So all the flesh that is there built up in this body, eating that contaminated food, for 48 days I did not eat. All that flesh, blood is completely drained out. I am now to the bare minimum of the bones and skin which my mother Ganga has given. That is why I could tell dharmam now. You understand why Draupadi laughed? And that is Bhishma's reply. Ko dharma sarva dharmana jagat prabhum deva devam anantam purushottamam. Why I am telling dharma now? Why I could not tell dharma that time? Because I was eating the contaminated food given by the worst sinner. Therefore, the food that you eat must be pure. That is why the Upanishad says, ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi. If the food that you are not eating is not prasadam, your mind will certainly be contaminated and will never give you the focus on spiritual life. అర్థమైందా ఎందుకు ప్రసాదం తినమన్నారు? మన వాళ్ళకి ఉల్లిపాయలు గార్లిక్ లేకపోతే ముద్ద దిగదు, అవునా? మన వాళ్ళు ఇంకొక కొత్త వేదాంతాన్ని మొదలు పెట్టారు ఈ మధ్య. ఇప్పుడు ఈ అమ్మాయి అనుకోండి, చిన్నప్పుడు వాళ్ళ బామ్మ దగ్గర 20 ఏళ్ళు పెరిగింది పుట్టింట్లో. వాళ్ళ బామ్మ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి, బామ్మ మసాలా దోశ, బామ్మ ఏదమ్మా పూరి మసాలా కూర, అదే కదా, లేకపోతే ఉల్లిపాయ సాంబార్. ఆ బామ్మ ఏం చెప్పింది? అమ్మ ఇవాళ శనివారం అమ్మ, ఇవాళ ఉల్లిపాయలు గార్లిక్ వాడరమ్మా, కొంచెం స్నానం చేసిరా, కొంచెం మడిగట్టుకో, కొంచెం దీపం పెట్టు, ఈ రోజన్నా ప్రసాదం తిను. Listening to her grandmother for 20 years that today is Saturday, we don't use onion garlic, at least take a shower, light a lamp and pray and take prasadam. She developed a new philosophy now. That means Monday to Friday I can do whatever I want, but if it on Saturday, if I'm a bit religious, correct, Saturday devotees only, correct amma? If I am religious on Saturday only, correct ayya? కొత్త వేదాంతాలు ఉన్నాయి కదా మన వాళ్ళకు. సాటర్డే మట్టుకు రిలీజియస్ గా ఉంటే నాకు మోక్షం వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఎవడు చెప్పాడమ్మా? సార్, యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ జాబ్, కెన్ యూ గో అండ్ టెల్ యువర్ బాస్, సార్ ఐ విల్ వర్క్ ఓన్లీ 1 day a week, సార్, గివ్ మీ ద ఫుల్ పే. ఏమంటాడో తెలుసా మీ బాస్? వై దట్ 1 day ఆల్సో, సార్, స్టే హోమ్, ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టు పే ఎనీథింగ్. సో యూ వర్క్ ఫర్ ఓన్లీ 1 day, నోబడీ విల్ గివ్ యూ ఫుల్ పే, రైట్? స్వామి వెంకటేశ్వర, సాటర్డే I will be nice to you, but give me moksham. Kattistadamma? You know, some other people, when the month of December comes, they wear black clothes. They put ayyappa mala. Have you seen them? Regular days they smoke, they drink, they take garbage, they take onion garlic. But for 48 days, right? They don't smoke, they don't drink, they don't eat non-veg, they don't take onion garlic. Correct, sir? Have you seen them after 48 days? They're back to normal, back to square one. Emma, how many days are in a year, Emma? 365 days. And how many days you are religious? 48 days at the most, right? Some people 40 or 48 days, correct? Sir, can you go to your boss and tell them, I will work for only 48 days in a year. Yes, sir? Give me the full pay. Show me a company, sir. Everybody will go there. Dharma means, if it is not sinful to drink alcohol, smoking, non-veg, onion, garlic, why did you stop them for 40 days? If it is sinful for doing them for 40 days, who said it is okay to do them the remaining 320 days? ఇది ఎక్కడ వేదాంతం అండి? 40 రోజులు అవి చేస్తే తప్ప? ఏమ్మా, తప్పుగా అనుకోవద్దమ్మా. బ్లంట్ గా ఇంకొక మాట చెప్పనా? మీ భర్త మీతోటి 40 రోజులే ఉంటాడట. మిగిలిన 320 రోజులు ఇంకొక అమ్మాయి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళొచ్చా? మీరు ఒప్పుకుంటారా? మీరు ఒప్పుకుంటారా? పళ్ళు రాలుతాయి అంటారా లేదా? అంటే మీకు ఒక రూలు, దేవుడికి ఒక రూలా? ఇది ఎక్కడ ధర్మం అమ్మా? దట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు బి రిలీజియస్, అంతే కదండి మనం చేసే ధర్మాలు. ఓన్లీ 1 day in a week I will be religious, rest of the days my choice. Only 40 days in a year I will be religious, rest of 320 days my choice. That is not dharma. That is why they say dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. The idea of listening to Bhagavatam is whether you want to practice dharmam 360 days in a year, not Saturday dharmam only, not 40 days dharmam only. ఆ విధంగా చెప్పినందువల్లనే భాగవతం అయింది. అంత బ్లంట్ గా చెప్పినందువల్లనే. Then comes, at least for today, just only 5 more minutes. Devahuti and Kardama Prajapati. Their son is none other than Kapila Maharshi, who gave the Sankhya Yogam to his own mother Devahuti. Some of you are wondering why I always bring the topic Garbha Narakam. It is actually Kapila Maharshi, an incarnation of Lord Narayana, who was explaining to his own mother Devahuti about what is called Garbha Narakam. You know, when we die, సినిమాలు చూస్తారు కదా, యమధర్మరాజు, యమదూతలు, the servants of Yama, most fearful fellows, they will come and take the Jivatma out and will give you a Yatana Shariram, will take you to Narakam. Unimaginable Narakas, Kumbhipaka Narakam, Asipatra Narakam, Tamistram, Andha Tamistram, Rauravam, Maharauravam. In addition to that, of course, you go to Swargalokam and enjoy also. Punya karma is exhausted. For the balance of the Sanchita karma, you have to take birth again. When you take birth again, read Srimad Bhagavatam. Kapila Maharshi is explaining to Devahuti, the fetus that is there. Amma, anybody who is in the medical profession here? Nobody? Good, Amma. What do you do, Amma? You are attached to some medical profession. Ask them whether if they are doctors or nurses or something. When the fetus is there floating in the amniotic fluids, the fetus urinates, and some kind of liquid like fecal matter also comes out of the rectum. It gets mixed with the amniotic fluids. For 10 months in the womb of a mother, the same amniotic fluids will go into your mouth. That's why it's called Garbha Narakam. Correct, sir? You have some medical background, right? Yes, sir? Doctor. Is it correct, sir? The fetus urinates, Amma. And from the 4th month onwards, in fact, Garbhastha Shishu, Kapila Maharshi explains that how the sperm goes and unites with the egg. On the first day, what is the size of it? After 1 month, the head will start appearing. By 3 months, the legs, hands, everything will start appearing. And by 5th month, all the senses are there, fully functional for the fetus. Why do you think Krishna stopped Arjuna as he was explaining how to break the Padma Vyuham to Subhadra? Subhadra was expecting the child Abhimanyu. She asked nicely, Yadavadi koncha pesangale, talk something nice. This man started how to break Padma Vyuham as though his wife is interested. Pregnant lady. Within 2 minutes, she fell asleep. Who is interested in that Padma Vyuham? But the fetus inside, Abhimanyu, was grown up. He was listening. He was saying, okay, what next? Okay, what next? Krishna knew this fellow has to die in Padma Vyuham. He came in between and said, he allowed Arjuna to tell Abhimanyu only until how to enter, but not how to exit in case of an emergency. Krishna took away Arjuna, that's it. So even Abhimanyu learned how to break and get into the Padma Vyuham when he was in the fetus, when he was in the embryo, when he was as an embryo in the womb of his mother, Subhadra. Same thing, Prahlada, his classmates were asking, you are as old as we are. Where did you get all this information? He said, when I was there in the womb of my mother Leelavati, Indra tried to capture my mother and kill her. Narada intervened and said, a Parama Bhagavatottama is going to be born. Don't kill her. Narada took my mother Leelavati, Kayadu, and he did Ashtakshara Mantra Upadesham to me. That is how my Acharya is Narada. That is where he learned. So Garbhastha Shishu. Now Kapila Maharshi is telling Devahuti, do not ever think of taking birth again. The naraka that you go through, the punishment that you go through in actual narakam, like Kumbhipaka narakam, Ashipatra narakam, Rauravam, Maharauravam, Tamasu, Andhatamisram, etc., is nothing compared to what the fetus goes inside the womb of a mother, drinking its own urine non-stop for so many days. And how big is your stomach? Only this much. No room for the fetus to move around. Hands folded, legs folded. As if that is not enough. One side bladder, one side rectum. We all know what are the contents. Garbha narakam. And only way to avoid Garbha narakam, yad gatva nanivartante, going where you will never come back. Sri Vaikuntham. And that Sri Vaikuntham is possible, irrespective of whether you are Brahmin, Reddy, Naidu, Gounder, no question asked. Sharanagati, anyone and everyone. And how do you know that? Come back to Bhagavatam. Draupadi, when she was disrobed, about to be disrobed, as long as she was thinking, Dhritarashtra will protect me. If not, Bhishma. If not, Drona. If not, my husband Bhima. Krishna. Did Krishna give you, blouse bit and I chat Draupadi? As long as Draupadi was thinking, Bhishma can protect me, or Dhritarashtra can protect me, or Dronacharya can protect me, Krishna will never come into the picture. Only when she raised her hands and said, Shankha Chakra Gadapane Dwaraka Nilayachyuta Govinda Pundarikaksha Rakshamam Sharanagatam. Got it, sir? అర్థమవుతుందా? నన్ను కాపాడడానికి నాకు ఆ దేవుడు ఉన్నాడు, ఈ దేవుడు ఉన్నాడు, అక్కడికి పోతాను, ఇక్కడికి పోతాను. Krishna will never come into picture. That is why Bhagavatam, where Draupadi did unconditional surrender, namely Shankha Chakra Gadapani Dwaraka Nilayachyuta Govinda Pundarikaksha Rakshamam Sharanagatam. Until that word Sharanagati is done by Draupadi. Did Krishna give even a blouse bit? Amma? Forget about a sari. Blouse bit $2 then. Sari $100, right? Amma? Krishna did not even give a blouse bit. When she did Sharanagati, thousands of saris. Poor fellow, Dushyasana had no more strength to pull. 10,000 saris he pulled and he fell down. If Dushyasana had the strength to keep on pulling, Krishna had another 100,000 saris in reserve, right? That is the concept of Sharanagati. And that is what exactly you say. Puj chestar appudu. Chestar kada? Em cheptunnavamma? Anyadha sharanam nasti. Cheptava? Cheppamma okkasari. దాని అర్థం ఏంటో తెలుసునా? నాకు వేరే దిక్కు లేదు. కృష్ణ నిన్ను ఒక్కడినే నమ్ముకోనుంటున్నాను, నిన్ను ఒక్కడినే నమ్ముకోనుంటున్నాను. యు ఆర్ ద వన్ అండ్ ద ఓన్లీ వన్ ఫర్ మీ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ మీ. కరెక్ట్? ఆర్ యు రియలీ ట్రూ టు దట్ వర్డ్? డోంట్ టెల్ మీ. డిడ్ యు డూ శరణాగతి? లేదే. ఎవ్రీబడి విల్ గో టు తిరుపతి అండి. దే క్లైంబ్ ఆల్ ద 7 hills. దే గో దేర్. దే క్లైంబ్ 7 hills. They do pradakshinas, whatever they can afford, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, they put in the hundi. Then go for darshanam. Jargandi, jargandi, jargandi. Not even 10 seconds, right? Inside. In the 10 seconds you pray, Swami, Swami, my green card, my daughter's marriage, my $4 million. Nothing wrong. You prayed. Good. Nothing wrong in asking your father and mother. But in between he says a shloka also. Vina Venkatesham Nanadhunanadha Sada Venkatesham Swarami Swarami. Correct, Amma? What is the meaning of that one, Amma? Vina Venkatesham Nanadho Nanadha Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami. Krishna, you are the only one and the only one I go to. No one else, no one else, no one else. Correct? Emma. Cheppi 2 gantalu kaledamma. Car nadipe ayina car lo spare tire lu pettukunnattu manam devi devatalanu pettukuntunnam. Em chestunadamma? 2 గంటలు కాలేదు అక్కడ మొక్కి వినా వెంకటేశం ననాథ కిందకు వచ్చాడు. కాళహస్తి వచ్చింది. ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు? స్వామి పెద్ద స్వామి దగ్గరికి పోయినా మొక్కున్నా చేస్తాడా లేదో నువ్వు బ్యాకప్ ఉండు అన్నాడు. అవునా? అంటున్నావా లేదా? బ్యాకప్ అని పెట్టినప్పుడే మీకు ఆయన మీద మహావిశ్వాసం పోయినట్టే కదా. ద్రౌపదిలాగా తయారావు కదా. ధృతరాష్ట్ర ఆయన కాకపోతే భీష్మ, ఆయన కాకపోతే ఇంకొక ఆయన. అక్కడికి పోయి బ్యాకప్ పెట్టావా కాళహస్తిలో ఒక స్వామిని? మళ్ళీ ఏం చేస్తున్నావు? ఇంకో 2 hours కాలే కాణిపాకం. అమ్మో కాణిపాకం. ఏం చెప్తున్నావు? స్వామి పెద్ద స్వామి దగ్గర పోయినా మొక్కున్నా చేస్తాడో లేదో, కాళహస్తిలో బ్యాకప్ పెట్టా చేస్తాడో లేదో, నువ్వు బ్యాకప్కు బ్యాకప్. ఏమ్మా దీన్ని శరణాగతి అంటారా? అదేనా మీరు చెప్పిన దానికి అర్థం? అన్యథా శరణం నాస్తి. అన్యథా కాదు, నాకు ఇంకా 10 మంది ఉన్నారు, ఏదో నీ దగ్గరకు వస్తే తొందరగా అవుతుందని వచ్చాను, అంతేగాని నువ్వు లేకపోతే నాకు లేరనుకోవాక. అదే కదా దాని అర్థం? కాదమ్మా. ట్రూ శరణాగతి ఈస్ అన్యథా శరణం నాస్తి. నువ్వు రోజు చెప్తున్నావు, మీరు అర్థం తెలియకుండా చెప్తున్నారు, నేను అర్థం తెలిసి చెప్తున్నా, అంతే తేడా మీకు నాకు, ఇంకేం లేదు. చెప్తున్నారా లేదా అయ్యా? దాని అర్థం ఏంటయ్యా అన్యథా శరణం నాస్తిని? మరి చెప్పి 2 గంటలు కాకముందే బ్యాకప్ పెట్టావే, ఫస్ట్ బ్యాకప్ పెట్టి 2 గంటలు కాకపోతే సెకండ్ బ్యాకప్ పెట్టావే, అంతే కదమ్మా చేస్తారు. ఇది శరణాగతి అంటారా? ఇలా ఉంటే మోక్షం వస్తుందా? మీ ఆయన మీరు పుట్టింటికి వెళ్తామన్నారు, మిమ్మల్ని బాగా ట్రైన్ ఎక్కిచ్చాడు, మీరు పోతుంటే మీకన్నా ముందు ఆయన కళ్ళ నుండి పెట్టుకున్నాడు, అయ్యో నువ్వు పోతున్నావే 1 month రావే అనేసి. మీరు బయటికి పోగానే ఇంకొక ఆమె దగ్గరికి పోయినాడు. ఏమంటారమ్మా మీరు? దొంగ రాస్కెల్ అంటున్నారా లేదా? అంటారా లేదా? మీ ముందు దొంగ ఏడుపులు ఏడ్చి, అంతే కదమ్మా. మరి మనం కూడా వినా వెంకటేశం ననాథ అక్కడికి పోయి దొంగ ఏడుపులు ఏడుస్తున్నామా లేదా అండి? మరి చెప్పి 2 గంటలకు ముందే బ్యాకప్లు పెట్టుకుంటే అది కాదమ్మా. దట్ ఈజ్ వేర్ భాగవతం కమ్స్ ఇన్ టు పిక్చర్. ఎక్కడ చెప్పాడమ్మా? రేపు కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాం. మందార మకరంద మాధుర్యమునదేలు మధుపంబు ఓవునే మదనములకు, గుర్తుందా? నిర్మల మందాకిని వీచికల దూగు రాయంచ జరుణ తరంగిణులకు, లలిత రసాల పల్లవ ఖాదియై సొక్కు కోయిల సేరునే కుటజములకు, పూర్ణేందు చంద్రికా స్ఫురిత చకోర కంబరగునే సాంద్ర నీహారములకు, గుర్తుందా? అంబుజోదర దివ్య పాదార వింద చింతనామృత పాన విశేష మత్త చిత్తము ఏ రీతి నితరంబు చేరనేర్చు. హౌ డు యు ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ మై మైండ్ టు గో లీవింగ్ మై కృష్ణ టు ఎనీ అదర్ దేవి దేవత? డూ యూ హ్యావ్ దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ కరేజ్ అమ్మా? అర్థమవుతుందా శరణాగతి అంటే ఏంటో? చెప్పండి. అనుకుంటున్నారు కదా క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుదామా వద్దా అని? అందరు దేవుళ్ళు ఒకటే కదండి, అవునా? అడుగుదాం అనుకున్నావా? ఇంకా లేదా? మాట్లాడమ్మా, నేనే కొట్టడం తిట్టడం. ఇంకా చూ 10 feet దూరంగా ఉన్నాను, నా చేతిలో ఉన్న త్రిదాన్ని కూడా 5 feet 8 inches ఏనమ్మా. ఇగో అంత దూరం రాదమ్మా నేను కొట్టడానికి. కాదమ్మా. మరి కృష్ణుడు ఎందుకు చెప్పాడమ్మా? ఆ బిడ్డ ఎవరమ్మా? మీ మనవడు. ఆ బిడ్డ మీ మనవరాలు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ ఊళ్ళో ఇంకో బిడ్డ ఉంది, ఆ బిడ్డ ఎవరమ్మా? పరాయి బిడ్డ, అవునా? అన్య బిడ్డ. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఈ బిడ్డ నా బిడ్డ, ఆ బిడ్డ పరాయి వాళ్ళ బిడ్డ. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ కృష్ణ ఈ సేమ్ థింగ్. ఏపీ అన్య దేవత, అన్య దేవతలు అంటున్నారు. అన్య దేవతలు అంటే పరాయి వాళ్ళనే కదండి. అందుకనే చెప్పాడు, వర్షిప్ దేవీ దేవతాస్ యు గో టు దేవలోకం, యాంతి దేవవ్రతాన్ దేవాన్. చదివారా భగవద్గీత ఎప్పుడన్నా? చదివారా ఎప్పుడన్నా భగవద్గీత? యాంతి దేవవ్రతాన్ దేవాన్ పితృన్ యాంతి పితృవ్రత భూతాన్ని యాంతి భూతేజ్య. అందుకే ఆ ప్రహ్లాదుడు చెప్తాడు, అంబుజోదర దివ్య పాదారవింద చింతనామృత పాన విశేష మత్త చిత్తము ఏ రీతి నితరంబు చేరనేర్చు, వినుట గుణశీల మాటలు వేయునేలా అని చెప్తాడు. ఆ విధంగా అన్యథా శరణం నాస్తి, త్వం ఏవ శరణం మమ. ఇవన్నీ వదిలేయండి అమ్మా, ఇవన్నీ మీకేం బుర్రకి ఎక్కవు. కానీ ఇది అమ్మాయి, నువ్వు కొంచెం చిన్నపిల్లలాగున్నా, కొంచెం తెస్తావా? నువ్వేనమ్మా. ఓ పక్కన ఆయన మీ ఆయనేనా? ఒక్క నిమిషం పోన్లే, ఆ బిడ్డ ఒక నిమిషం పైకి లేస్తావా? ఓన్లీ 2 minutes విల్ క్లోజ్ అమ్మా. అట్లీస్ట్ ఈ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అయినా నీకు గుర్తుంటుంది. గుడ్ తల్లి, దట్స్ ఎనఫ్ అమ్మా, యూ జస్ట్ నా You are married, your husband comes and tells you. Day one, he comes and tells you he loves you. That's it, you are flattered. Day two, he comes and tells you, why all these things? He saw you and he married you. You're more flattered. Day three, he comes and tells you, why all these things? After seeing you, I did not even look at 10 other girls. Her father is giving only 25 lakhs as dowry. Can I find a better match? Can I find somebody who will give 50 lakhs, right? Or she's only 5 feet 3 inches. Can I find Aishwarya Roy? So he says, after seeing you, he did not even think of looking at other girls and he married you, right? You are more flattered. Day four, he comes and tells you, forget about all this. You are the only woman in his life. You are more flattered. Day five, he comes and tells you, forget about everything. You are not only the only woman in his life, there is no other woman in his life. You got it? He gave you 5 statements on 5 days. First day, he loves you. Second day, he saw you, he married you. Day 3, after seeing you, he did not think of looking at 10 more girls. Day 4, you are the only woman in his life. Day 5, you are not only the only woman, there is no other woman in his life. Got it? Tell me honestly, which one you like? Huh? ఏ మాస్క్ తీసి చెప్పమ్మా అందరు వింటారు. నీకు $100,000 పెట్టి డైమండ్ నెక్లెస్ కొనిచ్చినా నీకంత హ్యాపీనెస్ రాదవునా? కరెక్ట్? Even if your husband gives you $100,000 diamond necklace, you will not be as happy as to hear. You know what you will say? From tomorrow, say that word every day. You will say that, right? Correct? That you are not only the only woman in his life, and there is no other woman in his life. Correct? Thank you, ma. Amma, hello. Ardhamainda Sharanagati ante? Ardhamainda Sharanagati ante? That is the true meaning of Anyadha Sharanam. Ammayi cheppindi ardhamaindi kadamma? Ma meer peddavallu ardhamainda ammayi cheppindi? You are not only the only woman in his life, there is no other woman in his life. Ardhamainda? ఇప్పుడు అర్థమైందా సార్? ఇదన్నా గుర్తుంటుంది కదా. ఈ భాగవతం అంతా కుంతి ఏం చెప్పింది, ద్రౌపది ఏం చెప్పింది, ఉత్తర ఏం చెప్పింది, భీష్ముడు ఏం చెప్పాడు, ఇవన్నీ గుర్తుండవు. ఇదన్నా గుర్తుంటుంది కదా. ఏంటి? అన్యథా శరణం నాస్తి త్వం ఏవ శరణం మమ. అర్థమైందా? అలా ఉంటుందమ్మా భాగవతం మేము చెప్తే. రేపు పొద్దున ఎవరు రారు. అవును కదా? ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి అమ్మా, మీకు ఏమన్నా 1 or 2 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటే తొందరగా చెప్తే. ఏమా ఏం క్వశ్చన్స్ లేవమ్మా? అందువల్ల భాగవతం అంత గొప్పదైందమ్మా. ఎస్ సార్. శంఖ చక్ర. This is actually a little bit of confusion. You are right. In Mahabharata, the shloka of Draupadi is different. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, the shlokas are different. Yes, actually in Mahabharata, she says Govinda. She starts with Govinda. In fact, Krishna says, Draupadi, even though I gave you 10,000 saris, I'm still not happy. You know why? The one word you said, Govinda, is still haunting in my ears, he says. That's correct. So in a way, but the unfortunate thing is, the unfortunate thing is, neither Kunti got moksham, nor Draupadi got moksham. They only got Swargam. They only said, but they did not physically do Sharanagati. During the Krishna's time, the only people who got moksham, Gopikas. 16,000 Maharshis of Ramayana became 16,000 Gopikas of Sri Krishna. So when Bhagavatam time permits in the 7 days, I'll tell you Gopika Geetam. Jayati Tedhikam Krishna Janmana Vraja Shrayata Indira Krishna Shashwadatrahi. Gopikas are the ones who got moksham. Devaki and Vasudeva are the ones who got moksham. Because Krishna, when he appeared as Divyamangala Vigraha Sriman Narayana and said, this is the 3rd time I am born to you, no more birth to you. They got moksham. But you know the funniest thing? Even Yashoda and Nanda went back as Vasus to Sargalokam. Therefore, Kunti did not get moksham. Draupadi, along with the Pandavas, did Swargarohana and reached only Swargam. Even Arjuna, who saw the entire Vishwarupam of Krishna, who heard firsthand Bhagavad Gita, did not get moksham. The concept of Sharanagati is only Anyadha Sharanam Nasti. Tvam eva Sharanam Mama. That is Bhagavatam. That is why you heard Kunti, Draupadi, Bhishma, and Kapila Maharshi explaining the Pindotpatti Kramam and the fetus going through the Garbha Narakam to his own mother Devahuti. Got it? So if you are a smart kid, don't go through Garbha Narakam again. Your choice. Narayana. Imma, anything else I can help you now? That is why Bhagavatam is very nice. So tomorrow we will take up mostly either Gajendra Moksham or Prahlada Charitra. The way we are going to complete in 7 days is humanly impossible. So at the most, the major events like, Gajendra Moksham, Prahlada Charitra, Ambarishopakhyanam, Rukmini Kalyanam, and after Rukmini Kalyanam, in the Krishna Katha, just Gopika Geetam, we can go for any number of days. Rukmini Kalyanam, or Shamantaka Mani Apaharanam, or Krishna's Balya Kridas. Gurtunaya Krishna's Balya Kridas amma. Yanta donga veshalu estada telusna. Amma mannu dinangane shishuvuno akontino verrino. లేకపోతే వామన చరిత్ర ఇంతింతై ఒకటింతై మరియు తానింతై అభోవీధిపైనంతై తోయ మండలాగ్రమున కల్లంతై అని చెప్పని వామన చరిత్ర ఆ త్రివిక్రమ యొక్క అవతారం. అందుకనే విష్ణు పాదోద్భవి గంగా అన్నారు.
సప్తాహ దీక్షగా భాగవత ప్రవచన దశమ దివసాద్యప్రయుక్త ప్రవచనంచ భగవాన్ సర్వాత్మక ఏకత్వం శ్రీకృష్ణార్పణమస్తు. శ్రియమేవావరుంధే శ్రీదేవాదే పునం నివేద్యాః క్షేమో వై రాష్ట్రస్య శీతో వాతః క్షేమమేవావరుంధే శతమానం భవతి శతాయుః పురుషస్య తేంద్రియాయుష్యేవేంద్రియే ప్రతిష్ఠతి. ప్రసాదేన ఏతేషాం భక్తజనానాం సకల శ్రేయోభివృద్ధిరస్తు ఆయురారోగ్య ఐశ్వర్యాభివృద్ధిరస్తు. మన అదృష్టవశాత్తు స్వామివారి ఈ రోజున మన దేవస్థానానికి దయచేసి భాగవత సప్తాహ ప్రవచనం ప్రారంభించి మొదటి రోజు ప్రవచనం చాలా బాగా జరిపించారు. మనం పూర్తిగా మీతో కూడా ఉండలేకపోయినా మధ్య మధ్యలో వింటూ ఉన్నాము. రేపు సాయంకాలం 6 to 8 గంటల మధ్యలో ఒక 10 నిమిషాల ముందు గంటల్లో ప్రవచనం ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. కాబట్టి అందరూ కూడా వచ్చేసి ఈ ప్రవచనాన్ని 7 రోజులు కూడా పూర్తిగా అందరూ వింటూ మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు మీకు తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు కూడా తీసుకువచ్చి అందరి చేత వినిపించి మీరు భరిస్తూ వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా పరిపజేయమని కోరుతున్నాను. స్వస్తి స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యం పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహిమహీషాః. ఓం బ్రాహ్మణేభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకాః సమస్తాః సుఖినో భవంతు.
ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం పరగురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం సర్వగురుభ్యో నమః. శ్రీరంగనాథ షడకోపేతేంద్ర రశ్వం లక్ష్మీ నృసింహ శతేత్ కరుణైక పాత్రం శ్రీరంగవీర రఘురాట్ షడకోపరుజం వేదాంత దేశికే నమః ప్రపజ్జే శ్రీమతే శ్రీవన్ షడకోప శ్రీ వేదాంత దేశ నమః దేశికాయ నమః. ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం పరగురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం అస్మత్ సర్వగురుభ్యో నమః. యదక్షరపదభ్రష్టం మాత్రాహీనం తద్భవేత్ తత్సర్వం క్షమ్యతాం దేవానారాయణ నమోస్తుతే. విసర్గమిను మాత్రాణి పదపాదాక్షరాణి చ న్యూనాచ్చతిరిక్తాని క్షమస్వ పురుషోత్తమ. సర్వాపచారాన్ సమస్తపచారాన్ క్షమస్వ. సర్వం శ్రీకృష్ణార్పణమస్తు. కర్మఫలం సర్వం శ్రీకృష్ణార్పణమస్తు. నారాయణ నారాయణ నారాయణ.